who are demonstrating against Galamsey. His job is to be defending the interest of the taxpayer in court. And he's supposed to have filed in 14 days, 10 weeks, 140 days. He's not done 70 days. He's not done that from 14 days. And he should go and file his response. And then we continue to the attorney, the Chief Justice. Now I catch the Chief Justice say, you don't have to. There is nowhere in our legal jurisprudence that says that the Chief Justice must wait for the Attorney General before she proceeds on the case, because justice delayed is justice denied. And
justice hurried is justice buried.
But we have been on this since the 5th of March this year. We really have not made any progress. So there is no hurry here. And in fact, we are not saying give us judgment tomorrow. We are saying give us a timetable. Yeah. Let us know what time are you looking to work on this. And you remember when I came here, I raised the issue about her saying she was going on the judicial vacation. You see that I've been vindicated because her brothers on the bench worked during the judicial vacation.
Yes, a judicial vacation. Some of
Justice
the courts
Abdullahi and Justice Yoni Kolendi sat. It was a decision at the Supreme Court level. It's a decision of the panel to decide if they will sit or not. So the decision to stay any further action was the decision of the Chief Justice and the rest of her panel. And that's why we are saying, say, for us, Senior Apostle Nyamiche, any chief imam, because apart from Apostle Nyamiche, Osei and crying say, Yenye or Yetre.
Yes.
The chief imam also made very telling statements. Abraham pay a catchy call on him to inform him about this. Osei Enyamie Juma, and Osei Sam George, men share the say, who yet nyawu peo, and yawu to me, and I will name Jena Odie. Nyame Ashawumu, Ashawumu, and ordinasem Ashawunum. And the Ejuma wo ye no Enyamie Juma na wo ye. And the Kosona ye na ye Taiwechi. On Friday, he caused all the mosque around Fadama and Central Accra to make an announcement about Tuesday's demonstration.
Said they should all join.
They must all be present.
I'll come back to you, Honorable, and no one in details.
And
where
the last one, because I've spoken about Apostle Nyamiche and the Chief Imam, Numo
Gbelemfu.
Yes, who is the chief priest of the Osu Traditional Council, custodian of the land, spiritual custodian, traditional custodian of the land, has called on President Akufo-Addo. In fact, the day we met him, he said, if you look at the way President Akufo-Addo always talks about his beautiful Rebecca, he doesn't talk about a beautiful Anthony. And so, if the president has enjoyed the beauty of a woman, and is close to 80, or is 80,
yes.
And he's 80, and for 80 years has enjoyed the beauty of a woman, the president must also ensure that our children coming have the opportunity to live to 80 with the joy of a woman as a man, and with the joy of a man as a woman. And he's representing tomorrow with his Wulome. So you have both Christian, Muslim, and traditional faiths representing tomorrow. People of all political and ethnic colors are coming out, because Echina Yenshe party atade biamba ho. Echina Ghana color. Ye ma obi obeba ho flag. Ghana flag. Because this is under the banner of the nation. Of the nation.
Wow. Advocates for Christ. Adentina sa demonstration here China very important. Edemamu any of my nyina.
Yo, Lady kai me chia etiefo nyina.
Omojo so.
Na me bisa asem baako. Why na owo ye man Ghana we mu a bema na ewo no. Ana oba ene oba na ewo no. Oba ne oba hia on betumi awo ana. Enti se ye mpese ye man Ghana ya se behye a ye besa owo man yi mu a bra ochina. Se wo mpese wo baba no ebebe fia be ka kire osafi oye bema no pese oni oba foforo kotena. Hwe amanoni ya chi amanfo bi atumu esani se ebia oye baker oye cake bema ni bema koye wedding omusi ontutu cake momo osi ontu ya chi na atumu sana pese eba kroma ana se wo pese bibi sabe be tua ye wo kroma e teacherfo echirade wo school akola ondi 10 years say me bema no menye bema bi me yoba teacher si odabi we ye bema ya chi teacher na tumu wakoda prison esa ne say bema si onye bema biom akola ondi 10 years enti sɛ wo mpɛ sɛ saa bɛto yɛ wɔ Ghana kurom a mesrɛ ɔkyena fa wo Ghana atare wo black star jersey bi afa na hyɛ wo red shirt afa na hyɛ wo black shirt afa na hyɛ bra yɛbɛma wo flag na yɛnkyerɛ mpanyimfo a ɛwɔ court sɛ Ghana fo nyinaa ɛngye LGBT nsɛmsɛm yi ɛntumu enti obiara mbra obiara ɔwɔ ɔman yi mu a ogyi di sɛ ɛnni sɛ ade wei ɛkɔ so wɔ yɛ man yi mu no ɔmbra na ɔmbɛka yɛn ho.
The other interesting thing is when the argument comes up, the concept of choice, say nipa bia nyankopon ama yɛn that liberty to make choices. And it is obi choice ne say or no so ebe engage in sad na why should it be your problem?
This is a very 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 good question. Where your question be a manage hopa. Nedi kan mene honorable akọ imfidi bibiri so enem. Na Asempa ku bia ka manage hopa ne say se mpre duasa enu anajo ade a meye wo midem wunnim. Won so ade a wo ye wo wudem minnim.
Yes.
Na ade a eye asefem ema ye ne say adentia na ade a wo pese wo ye no wo pese obia enso eye bi ade a yen ye se yen amamre mu no ene yen gina ene yen fa enye ya amamre na wo hye se obia embe ye bi eno eho ena asem no wo no na ade we nyina ehya ase from comprehensive sexuality education sebi ye pese ye kire nkola wo nkola ntotofiwa impemu agromu nsem ewo crèche ewo primary school no ko sha ase ewo na enne amene wu kase yi ejumako bebre ewo amanone twe omuhu efi LGBT nyema ho ejumako akese bebre just 3 or 4 days ago Toyota has withdrawn all their participation in Pride Month and Pride Month activities. Companies bebre enti adentia na ewo se yen ade a omo akwakoso ahwe hu se enye a omo san mu kire no Sodom and Gomorrah adentia na nyankopon ma oja etofiri soro egu wo so. Mimi ya archaeology miko university daachi uko hu ndompe egu ho a adisuade hunu amaye hu se hu ndompe we a utumu se we ye bema we ye oba abrof friend features a utumi hu show me anything a kire se we ye gay we ye lesbian in the morphology of man. It does not exist. Before now LGBT mentality was classified as madness. Then asisa.
But you are we Christoni advocates for Christ. Means we Christopher. You want to impose religious beliefs on other people.
If it was only the Christians who were pushing this agenda, I would have been quiet to this your question. As a country, all of us, now we as advocates for Christ Ghana push the Christian agenda on national issues. But this is a situation where all the traditional authority leaders in this country, every other religion, mention one religion in Ghana, recognized religion that supports LGBT. So why should we the Christians also be quiet? So we are joining all other faiths. You heard that the chief imam aya announcement say obia ambra sana sorry bebre ewo manyimu nyina so mpanyifo edi wa dance say yen nyina ambra na yen kire yen man mu mpanyifo ewo court ne say ade we yen gintum. Indeed yaya service bebre to show that more than 90% of Ghanaians do not support LGBT.
Oka Omoa issue statement make us a statement from the Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, a Greater Accra Regional Secretariat. I must say, dearly beloved in Christ, all zonal, sub-zonal, and heads of GPCC member churches. Invitation to a family value march. Dear esteemed leaders, we are writing to formally invite all pastors and congregations to participate in the Family Value March, a peaceful demonstration against the delay of the court process on the verdict, which seeks to pave the way for the president's signature of the bill into law. This crucial initiative aims to protect the innocence of our children. To the date for the demonstration, about which is tomorrow, time 7 a.m., Assembly Point, Obra Sport, Iowa Cycle. Now they continue and say, we urge all heads of member churches and zonal leaders to massively mobilize their congregations to partake in the march. Your presence and participation are invaluable in making a positive impact. Thank you for your prompt response and cooperation. This is signed by Apostle Enoch Osafo, only a chairman, Greater Accra Region, Edema GPCC, sorry. And that's the statement, council, no issue, say, into we are Sofo. Now, what sorry, no a member of GPCC in Kwadia, mobilize all pastors, all congregants to join in this peaceful march. But remember, a coalition of Muslim organizations. Aida Zachariah, Prince Zachariah. Prince Zachariah, Dino, a popular name, but only a no so later. No so later. But as a practicing Muslim, I don't know you're interested in topic we.
Medase, Obi, Mechia etifo nyina.
Yes.
Before me answer on can me fuck it to be short.
Okay.
Question now. Okay. Or last question I will be a brother no. Well, say usually I love it when we don't tackle some way based on religion. You tackle no out of religion because in prepi omo practice pa no omo nji nyame ni because odi nyame suro eka ho a onye nti no a odi ato nchen. Na yemra science is a level field, level play field. Ofa eduaba bia wo two parts. The stamens, which is the male part, and the pistil, which is the female part. Nuaba, nuya, enyame abono, obomu, obane bema, omushia. The transfer of pollen grains. Efi the bema size stamens no ba pistil, oba part ni na collectively in a friend of pistil. Na a produce eduano no. Abua preku. Oba ena one bema eko aboa kraman aboa nantwie unhu se nantwie ana kraman bema fo kraman betimi afi kokomremre ha akomadina akodi oba echi anadwo muni nyina owia ahomache wasa befi nti no law of nature as shadow asheshe se eyoba ne bema na enye obema ne bema. Okay. Thank you very much for me substantive question.
Yes.
Oba kremosumu a ye gidi nia esi Sodom and Gomorrah. Quran ekire se sa emre no ohwa the description is say nyame toja.
Yes.
Egu Sodom and Gomorrah so. Quran description na ekire se eja keke o. Eye pebbles. Flaming pebbles. Abo. Enti no ebo o feel pebble no nko na eje nimu anka o be feel na yes. Enti omo we chire omo hu Sodom no omo hu no say eja na eba but within them were pebbles. Nyame wie ye no Quran chere say osan kan kuro no gu ye odane no butu ye and I made it history. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala oh yes na oja ne ekoso ene sin Sodom and Gomorrah na ejeso ni ye nyame nso oye just God. Oye just God. na mehwɛ me ma mienu ene bema ba ko a me wonyame pengu na ekina omo aba say they have come home with same sexes say wenum na mpese me ware no mentimi eni nti ne ehya right from CSE ekun ya toate CSE wo hwɛ ne wo CSE no mu a ene se ne omo ahyehyɛ no fefefe anka omo pick up from kindergarten na omo achira kopem se omo edu acceptance level a strategy nkrofo no the strategy na enam omo strategize say in the next 20 to 50 years no obia beji atumu aka so we say oba na eye omo ade privately en fa ye ho se ne amenu no kan ye no se mo ye mo ade privately one of the oldest immoral acts and sinful acts that is attached to man we eka ho because if you Sodom and Gomorrah penso but ye see ukukwemu me ma bonten emfa hye ye nyina ye kon ne ye me ne se chinchina ye nyintum na ye ma ye mansua chinchina wo ye obema me hu se wo ye kodwo na wonam wo muscles wo beti asori wo si da bi me hu se wo ye adwoa. How can I see you as adwoa when you are kodwo? Now, force me say I should rather see you as a joa instead of kojo. Say baby, de do no. Say
manya me mum na
me manya me hu na me say hey kojo. O si debi ma fro kojo a man fro wa joa o na ma wa beti akakra kaka man fro wa joa. Nti no ye bechi wa no abodwe say ye bechi watum. Me nua kan ye no. Obi.
Yes.
Me kremoni kremo e ma me kwan say me ware ba ku mienu miensen nan. Uyi kremosem fimu a ye tradition amane ne amamre minyi no akanfo bebre amenimu o meja biabo ne yere no me 3 ebinum ko ekobe 7 na ye tradition the African tradition and na ohwa naturally no nyame bo be ma bia as a polygamous animal nka nyame anye ye polygamous a nka obi wuware wie ya pe na system no a shut down uhu akosua menu bi wo bebi a hwe how akono bi ama but uni madam nwie na ko hu sebe oba bi adeja wo be hu se kwaku ama ni musu ase ho nti nyame ye wo se o ye polygamous animal sa na yete yanom se debi eno na ye bone uware bi ka ho ye bone o se ye chiw however ukofa obema yonku be ma echi dia eye Osei emre bi ombedi ye so no omo ma yete ase ye se homosexuality nye bone section 104 right?
Yes.
It is what they left us no.
That's in 1960.
Yes, and I ye yes ehhehhe sa amra no ene omuko ya sebi sua tra ne jimie ebofra ye no ena omosi o be ma befo be ma efunponko anyamfu be ma mfu efunponko be ma ye kraman be ma nyamfu kraman be ma ye say do say be ma befo be ma nti omo asamba ye mistake emra na ye hwehwe ma amu no na e bone nti say no monhwe na munyintu okay Professor Mills apenso I think you went to England or so no more episode muko SSA na prof said they be onyintu nti ye de kakra ne say echina yan wai menka Hausa yan waye na musulmai assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh alle kai mu gobe kowa ifto inshallah by 7 a.m. mu duka mu congregate daga Obra Sport eso mu yi wonga match mu yaki against Luadi mu push the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana her lordship her ladyship Madam Gertrude Tokonu eso ta bamu clear timelines kanda magana da yazo kai gabanta eso a gane position stance in bill nan yanzu so that from wurin nan musamu president kuma a accent to the bill nan izama law so ngale ya da gobe barki su bata zuwa gida ta ce kaman ita da Asana za su suna neman su yaure ko a samu Abu da Musa kuma suna wuri wai wanga partner na ne Allah kiyaye mu da wannan isa gobe Allah ya da yan Fadama yan Nima yan Ashama yan Madina yan Shukura yan Zongo Young Kaulin, Kowa Ifto Eso Mumasap Daga Obra Sport, inshallah.
Wow. Ma Meng corner for some
Obi, something interesting.
Oh, okay.
I just received a call.
From
a media house.
Okay.
They have just finished covering an impromptu emergency press conference called by the Chief Justice.
Right now.
Right now. I'm telling you, look, they are doing everything to try and stop this thing, but it won't stop. The Chief Justice has just called a press conference.
No, I can't Asempa or the timeline about now.
Debbie,
Okay.
Osei, on him, on Tia, see your ban of Hoechna. Now, and yet, ono, a defendant, no, na on file it. But, Madam Chief Justice, you buy China. Now, you buy China. Nimdieka cry ye wo. And if you nyansan kakra ye wo no, ye the bet chira say, 2 men no, e wo wunsem. We have given the Chief Justice power to determine the pace and adjudication of cases. It is not in the place of a defendant or a plaintiff to determine the pace of a case. Obi, work on law school. You know what I'm talking about. But your friend lawyer Bia or Ghana. Say, where do you hear? Even circuit court judge cry and can't near Chief Justice name can. I mean a Chief Justice with the greatest of respect.
No, but say Abia, we know ye. You know everything around this case no is special, and you don't treat it as
is this
more
Obi?
special
Obi,
than the
election petition was done with a timeline.
Yes.
The election petition was done with a timeline.
Yes.
So why can't this be done with a timeline? Can you imagine? Say, in 2012, now President Mahama was sworn in. And at the 8 months.
Yes.
And the Supreme Court came back and said, say, it did not help the country so well, civil society. Until they now brought a 90-day timeline.
Yes.
So within 3 months, it must be completed. Yes. Until 2020.
But I don't know, it was in a document, the rules of court document, the guiding election petitions.
So in 2020,
yes.
Imagine, say, President Mahama, the case called, against President Akufo-Addo and the Electoral Commission. Now Electoral Commission back court now I'm catch a judge and say, "Unim, you're ready say be year semano." And say, "Would my 1.5 years ye kwaba."
No, sir, even if you want to apply for leave to file out of time, it should be reasonable. It has to meet the reasonability test.
They have not even applied for leave to file outside the time. So if the Chief Justice is giving us, forgive me, with the greatest of respect, such lame excuse. No. I mean, it's a very lame excuse. No, that's a way they Yes. It's a very lame excuse.
Excuse, I want to lame is a bit too.
Yeah. Sabita Frache, excuse no matter how you try to rationalize it for her leadership, the Chief Justice, Madam,
somebody just sent me a link to a story published by City Newsroom.
Yes.
On the 13th of September 2024. I think say around the time I must share initial date. Or say Judicial Service anti-LGBTQ plus bail cases delayed due to incomplete submissions. Also, the Judicial Service of Ghana has stated that parties involved in the anti-LGBTQ plus bail cases, quote, have not completed the work they are to do before a hearing by the Supreme Court can be conducted, unquote. This announcement follows reports of the sponsors of the bail planning to protest against the Chief Justice on September 17th. In the report, the MP for Ningo Pram, a sponsor of the bill, indicated that they would march against the Chief Justice on September 17th in a protest dubbed Family Values March. And reasons are and it says, the Judicial Service, in a statement issued on Friday, noted that Richard Sky's case began with a writ filed on March 5th, 2024. As of July 31st, 2024, when the Supreme Court went on recess, neither Parliament, which is the first defendant, nor the Attorney General, who is the second defendant, had filed a defense in the form of their statement of case. The Judicial Service of Ghana emphasized that the three parties could only file the memorandum of issues for the trial when the statement of case are in place. Adding, until then, the Supreme Court cannot hear the case. Even Parliament, they also
Obi. Would you back school?
Yes.
Means me doing back school.
Yes.
Now, teacher yet you and castle on chair madi. Or see what my homework.
Yes.
Your man for homework number.
Yes.
And John so tiho and show my dear say or train say a down the homework nebano. Are you telling me that the Chief Justice does not have the power, and that the courts, the Supreme Court of Ghana, does not have the power to enforce the timelines in the procedure of the Court of Ghana? The procedure says that in 14 days you must file your defense, your statement of defense. And I'm saying we've gotten past 63 days, and the court doesn't think that they have a responsibility to ensure or state that, look, if you don't do this, the Supreme Court has the power to say, if defense doesn't file this case, I will proceed to give judgment. This is law 101.
Why? And this is the other logical question. Why say at this point we feel say when a president Asempa na court? Why is the president out of this?
Because you see, Obi, me President Kufado, me penna semsesia. I won't hide it because his complicity in Galamsey alone makes me dislike him. But I cannot hold him responsible for what he's not responsible. That will become hatred. I don't hate him. I don't hate him. There is nothing before the president. Parliament, per Article 106.6 and 7 of the Constitution of the Republic, has to transmit the bill to the president.
To the president, sure.
Se siano, se president neshaasio, se nyo no neshaasio. Case
that transmission has been put on hold.
Has been put on hold by this case.
Okay.
Now, what is putting the transmission on hold is not the substantive case. It is the injunction writ.
Yes.
The injunction.
Yes.
Now, the injunction case has been heard in full.
Yes. Decision on which has been deferred.
Thank you.
So, you see, when the Chief Justice is making this argument about the substantive case, the Chief Justice had every room and responsibility to rule on the injunction because there were two different things. Even if you remember, even on the 17th, when Counsel for Parliament, Tadio Sorry, wanted to introduce a certain document, Okachane said she won't allow him do it because it is for the substantive case.
For the substantive case.
So he should wait for that because she's hearing
the injunction application.
So the council has focused on that and delivered that to you. After there, who say mean to me my judgment? I just admit the whole case, and now you want to shift the back or pass the blame.
The issue they say she should hearing of the whole of the substantive case, and a data on be here.
We don't even know when. We don't even know when. She's not even told us when.
Okay.
And our argument is this: whilst you hear the substantive case, the injunction ought to be dispensed with, so that say, if you decide, if the Supreme Court decides, said they are going to grant the injunction, then Parliament knows that there's an injunction on us.
Okay.
If we choose to appeal that, which is a right we have in the dispensation of justice, we will then invoke that right. If you rule that there can be no injunction on Parliament, then Parliament will proceed with the transmission to the President. And whilst the substantive case is going on, Article 106, 8, 9, and 10 will kick in with the President. So the problem of why, and that's why we can't go to the President today. It is the Chief Justice. She is solely responsible for the quagmire we find ourselves in.
Yeah, but the constant reference to say the Chief Justice should rule. He is only head of a panel. In the decision per se. I think we should be minded by a non-so because I think a 5-member or a 7-member panel. 5-member panel. And she's only chairing or as a president of a panel. In the only be ruling per se. And I think it's
the Chief Justice.
But she's the Chief Justice of the
I agree.
You understand?
I agree. The administrative role as Chief Justice and when
when I started and I made reference to the brain crying case. Brain crying case.
Brain crying there, no.
I referenced Justice Abdullahi Tanko. Why? Because he was president of that panel.
Yeah, but you brought in
Yoni Kolendi.
You know why because he's a member of the panel.
No, because Yoni Kolendi wrote a quorum judgment.
Okay.
He wrote another judgment agreeing with Justice Abdullahi Tanko. So that's why I referenced him. Else I would not have referenced the rest of the people on the panel. Today, when people talk about the election petition case of 2012, who did they call? Atuguba. He was president of the panel. Was the presiding judge? Was he the only one on the panel? So the Chief Justice cannot run away from the fact that she's one Chief Justice and two presiding judge of that panel.
Okay, it is here no, but why don't you also
tell the Chief Justice that the time she's spending on press conferences, she should spend it writing her judgment.
At the end of the day, also a narrative and as a side of the story. They have to tell that side of the
platform is
minim. The other time
the Chief Justice press conference. When was the last time you saw a Chief Justice in Ghana do press conference? She's done two. You see this story you are referencing?
Yes.
Check the dates.
Yes, 13th September.
It is 2 days after they wrote to me. I told you they wrote to me on the 11th.
Yes.
So after writing to me, they had gone to the press. The Judicial Service and the Chief Justice, the Judicial Service of Ghana and the Chief Justice of Ghana should stop engaging in a media banter with me.
Yeah, but the point
I am not interested in a media banter. I'm a lawmaker. I have brought a private member's bill and done my job as I am paid for by the taxpayer. The Chief Justice is paid by the taxpayer to give judgment in cases, not to be holding press conferences.
No, but the point is, apart from you making
tell me
the
any
law,
Chief Justice. Tell me any Chief Justice in the history of Ghana. You see, in the history of this,
no Chief Justice has also been confronted. No Chief Justice, any Chief Justice,
because no Chief Justice has conducted himself or herself in this manner.
Maybe the NSA. It is not wrong, Sam George. Say, a sponsor of the bill is on the media, we interview on an issue. And you think the Chief Justice cannot also speak to the issue because of a judge? No, I don't think that is fair. In the end of the day, we should allow, also a view on the way on also
I have come to the media.
Primary duty.
Exactly. I've come to the media after completing my primary duty for which I am paid by the taxpayer, making laws.
Yes.
Mejuma, me emrashe be new. Mashishemra, onu ne ejuma ne se. Obema judgment, obetna court ho.
But why are you not also granted? Say yes, the Supreme Court all the powers to determine how this case would go, how fast it would be adjudicated upon there. But why don't you also advise the parties? So they should do the needful, but including even the Parliament of Ghana.
And that's what I'm
saying.
Obi, there's no case. I'm not expecting any judgment from the Attorney General. I'm not expecting any judgment from Council to Parliament.
Yes.
I'm expecting judgment from the Chief Justice. Listen, the reason why the bill has still and can still not be transmitted today is not because the Attorney General has failed to file. It is not because Tadiosori has failed to file. It's because the Chief Justice has decided to stay judgment.
Yes. Not to proceed
on the injunction.
Sure.
Because it is not the main case that is holding the transmission. It is the injunction that is holding the transmission. And the case on the injunction has been fully heard. All submissions made. All that is left is a judgment or a ruling of the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has already given a ruling on a similar matter in March this year, Roxin Dafiamepo versus Attorney General, where the Supreme Court has ruled that the Supreme Court cannot stop a constitutional body from carrying out a constitutional function. Parliament is a constitutional body. Our constitutional function is to transmit legislation that we pass to the president. So she has no power to stop us. So why is she using the back door to stop Parliament? Because her failure to give a judgment has left us in an abeyance and say one injunction. So basically, in effect, technically, an injunction is in place. And that's what we are saying, that the Chief Justice has no power to do that. It is an arbitrary and capricious use, according to Article 296 of the Constitution, of her powers.
In Tinyame Adumechna, a petition will be presented to the Chief Justice. And then to the Attorney General.
Yes.
And then to Parliament of Ghana.
No Parliament in count.
That's why I'm filing your processes. Why is it Muyi Omofim? So why are you then going to the AG? Why are you then going to the Attorney General?
In her letter to me, she mentioned the age. She mentioned the age.
But the Judicial Service has told you, sir, Parliament is on filing your process.
We don't have a problem with even adding Parliament's lawyer. Okay. Sorry. We don't have a problem.
Okay.
One person, you petition, but near me, and in the millions of Ghanaians, is that the constitution should be allowed to work.
Absolutely.
And the constitution is working is for parliament to transmit the bill.
My memusa final question Obi
Yeah,
we say Obi. Yeah. Okay. No, but we no question was Sam George and we are about say Obi, this parliament is coming to an end in December.
Yes.
Why can't all these demonstrations wait for the next parliament and the next president? Sam George.
The president, you know, say on Namhono, siren now using no. Why can't you also stop using it from now till December? I mean, why is the president enjoying all the benefits of being president from now till December? I mean, you see, it is this level of thinking from some citizens that emboldens the despotic action of the president and irresponsible action from leaders. Because you are paying the person, giving him the benefits of state, and you say that for 60 days, because I got 60 days, no, you enjoy. And they almost want to see from. But if he's going to continue to enjoy and fly around the world as president of Ghana, he must fulfill his duty as president of Ghana. But for people to think that we have different standards, if this was John Mahama or any other person, Professor Mills, would they have argued this? It is this kind of attitude and behavior from some citizens that has emboldened President Akufo-Addo to act in the irresponsible manner in which he is. Imagine the president sitting with organized labor and telling them that they should stand down their demonstration. Yet that day, his government issued 13 new mining licenses in forest reserves. The same day. It is this kind of behavior that is empowering the irresponsibility of our president.
If you say irresponsibility, no. Sam George, relax.
When it comes to Galamsey, I won't relax.
I know.
Because Obi,
we are all passionate about Galamsey.
It is an evil, wicked thing.
I know.
Because for Obi, are you aware that right now even yam from Ghana is being banned?
I know. I've said this
Obi,
on the show.
how can we sit here and look? It is simply because the president's daughters are involved in Galamsey.
Now also the infant out in enemy. No. Sam George. Me bacho. Alaji. Sam George. Relax. Oh, Tobo. Relax. Sam George. Tobo. Alaji. Can the opposite or can
you have an MP standing and saying that they won't end Galamsey?
Sam George, relax. Alaji can the opposite or can I sorry.
Metunkra ama ya mame Chief Justice. Mechiano baby obia na mepese nindiemu oye mame oye obatan owo ma ne ba bema eba ne ho se wenya kofi menu bi opese o ware.
But uni me challenge with the meba. I don't want us to personalize the thing. Say Chief Justice because that is not it.
Okay, the Chief Justice and all panel members of Sane panel now or presiding over no. They should Chief Justice because say on your presiding and you're not presiding over panel no po. I'm appealing to her as the administrative head of the judicial service.
Of the judiciary.
Yeah, mame. Oma any that posterity will surely judge all of them. Kwanya Omofaswa handle this bill. She's a Christian. She fellowship. This is the time we ought to stop paying lip service to the warming of pews. Now, you use your outfits and demonstrate our religious standing.
Yeah, but when you sit in her position as a Supreme Court judge, what is about religious leanings, so because you are there to dispense justice and you dispense justice based on what is before you in the honor sorry our corner in a religion in play role
my brother law no me lawyer
yes,
but the law was couched with in tandem with our culture and the spirit of this country. What you say? The law was not couched for people in Pluto. The law was couched. Ghana had the Ghana for over 90% of Ghanaians. There's several research. Any bill we are doing over 90%. Before we finished drafting the bill, we had told the entire country engagement with traditional religion, almost everybody. all stakeholders, and majority of Ghanaians side with this.
Okay.
So if our mother Chief Justice Nyame Dache, who knows Kukwamu Nsem, Yakuma Munsem, he will call you each by one and judge you based on dispensation of your work.
Dache
obefi sa akonya no so abefie. Se say maami Sofia Akufu.
Yes.
Na onu amu kotena ne Kukwamu no okonyame animu a, how will she feel? Dache nyame frɛ na then okoka kire nyame when she had the opportunity to really defend her faith.
Medas mamintie menu ane yemfa nkomo no ensie wa another interview or say ye edi nyambo echna nantie ne be start from Obra Sport,
but ye be sha safi Obra Sport
na mo afa hen route be na mo police for agree
ye ni police for agree route. In fact and no apo omune ye mpanyimfo nanti on the route.
Okay.
Ye be do TUC,
okay.
Na ya fa e de akopie
ministries and court complex
to serve the Attorney General.
Okay.
If you court complex so na ya call Supreme Court
on so serve
Chief Justice.
Okay. Very well.
Now we want to stress that there should be no political party colors.
Yes.
It is Ghana color. And now you remember the flag. The giant flags be.
Okay.
So everybody will hold the Ghana flag. A sorry for Eba, traditional authority Eba, Muslims Eba, civil society organizations Eba, Yenina Obiaba. We are marching for Ghana.
Matese Honorable Nyame Adoma. Matese Honorable KT Hammond say yenkomo ayedi no or some points to also to add into mumi yentie no. Honorable Ekosiisen so ni akwaba.
Ayo group what design.
Nyame Adoma me ho na onso okay.
Yeah, maybe some good. Yeah, Mama, come on, yeah, you see now, me person make picture, Mutakra. And so side and so no take a cry against what he's doing now. Yeah, was here, Babakatra. Some George, man, I don't want to be justice. Why you don't know some? So what's it? That a young crowd, yeah. I don't know from go away, Kwabena. To tell me so that I talk about Kwabena. Then I studio boy in a media to when now to yeah, Makuma couldn't hear Bob in the Ghana. Ghana won't know Ghana won't one and here will say that won't cry out there. She said, Wakuma, but I thought you are confusing everybody. And why you don't want that Chief Justice? Yeah, lawyer for we are court to the Narco Tanzania, come here, but lawyers more being criticized, the moment can no crowd not being Tiasia. Over the mother, my main more points to say, I'm my who no Nanya Metias. What is the good one? Don't count what I tell you, good one, the idea from Fribu. They're Carboni, Obia, Ghana, how can I get them or homosexual, the American, then they want to be that is not the issue. The law now, yeah, command the near Brena or Cano. Was say, you are body baby, I say, Tanko and Kulendi, or will be doing that decided case back and Chief Justice Atraba, also the other. Matter, as well, kind of one of the entire two different cases completely. But the constitutionality of section, I think 103, 102, section, I don't recall, 102, 103. Of Act 29, no,
104.
I don't know, protected canal knowledge, homosexuality, sociality, no, and those act, cross section now, it's unconstitutional because then you'll be at a rating where can, almost almost issues I will say now human rights, so-called human rights. According to the now, Obianya the OPE. And now, Jan Colindi, on the bench, you have been on a chair, yeah, they just Tanko Amadu.
Amadu Tanko, the chair.
Macantia Cositri. Almost no, Obia to enforce it. Who follow, there's the law, you pass it properly. Obia jurisdiction, the other overpopulated until that's it. Mamma, I couldn't say, I call me Alan Turin. What in that day, or there you buy a Second World War. What did the Enigma code, What is the Enigma code? What about one in the end, one more castrated, your man Christ. I don't know homosexual. I don't say, you better straight, you never go prison, you never couldn't have that. This is Alan Turing. and they were more restored to the image or more restored. But that is not it. That's not the issue. The second one now, the issue you pass a law, you know, with court, and they say, you now parliament, you follow the constitution. Obi akwa ya demonstration of the constitution. Constitution obi follow. The DIA Ghana here we do it in the name of the constitution. And now obi mu dia kwa which has started go for dia court to say, look, much parliament much mumra na you, but constitution no so kira ma dia mo ye. Your baby in the constitution which says say so more by passing now Ghana and that's the time na more passing say the financial debt or baby ha and your private member say the pamiansa. You know, private members, own a motras in Amuye. Said the financial, members of the constitution, almost in who ye. Who the public, and some of my God, I do say, if I say the question, would be my mindful trouble to care who into a say, constitution, no. Said the dear Modiana, and moving away a private member, Namude, I believe so, I'm the basic as I'm the man, and yet private members also the buying also the poor. Which has and then go for their court to say, you know, Bill will say now, I pass the Manabe law, I had the one year president, was saying because there are constitutional implications. Our constitution in the also parliament, I call Supreme Court. The Supreme Court decided, say, almost kind of constitution, right, right. It has nothing to do with the chief justice. One decided that homosexuality and not homosexuality. And no number the time could just go into one year. Was saying the same to on your lawyer and Sam, calm down. Oh, my, kiki. Say, a crowd, what are you, chief justice? Oh, yeah, like that, you know, so old, you. Institutions no crowd, maybe I can't see institutions and working. Tony Blair says institutions by themselves, no one do what you. Human beings, man, working. And he said, judiciary, there's the last bulwark against all the Okrom Hediano, and the judiciary. So, some of our women know, government, say, the court judiciary, and the teachers had not up one, you know. More quiet demonstration, and the chief justice say, why I only case we say, another way to also one time table. Oh, what said, why? Sam, calm down. Come down. You're interested in homosexuality.
Dear, almost your pair, honorable. The almost your pair any a timetable at least. No one will say the substantive case will be called. Chief Justice, you demonstration. My timetable. Well, why are there? Obi, really, why monitor? I don't know why I'm coming. I'm going to come. Yeah, now not the name. So now what was it? Now we'll get you into it. Madam Tianta said, "Oh, you're young, sir. Then you have money now. Opia, you know, beyond the world, you need to answer. Bunga, what was Ghana? Go for the Fabio, but not for a court to know. I was saying to remove the amount. What's in the judgment? Also, what's your judgment? What would be that? That's what I know lawyers to the people my no master no much judgment. Sam, calm down. Tell you is a very shouldn't actual sana. Sam, calm down. Class proof Nakasano. Calm down. Want to watch it. Demonstration no way. It's not against homosexuality. It is a court. You cannot force the court. You cannot force the judiciary. You cannot bamboozle them. You cannot say, come and tent. But some woman you ask them, would you hear now one against one? I'm to call demonstration. So I'm change you my day. No, I'm to change it. No, I'm call demonstration. You're going to walk see the penny somewhere here. Don't do that to the judiciary. Yeah, NBC, MPP, Parliament, politics, executive at the time. See, I was judges want to court to follow over the KA. What the demonstration they call court? That I want to ask them with. Calm down. We'll get to know whatever it is. So finally, come, no, lawyers, no, it's not be church, and what's it? Say, case to court. When did you ever win a son of court last at a time? Roman says, and yet, Chief Justice, no, we keep saying Chief Justice, it's a bench. Maybe presided by over my head. Very well. Very well. Mama found no being the abro. She said, "Never be after 2 months here for Kwabena. I went for the stand demonstration. All right. Your friend say, your friend was say, why? Was it? We have to say, the coffee one day. Was it? We have to say, no, that's what I want to the movie. Well, Sam, calm down. I keep mentioning your name. Pipe down. And you never can get it. Honorable, if it is against, Inti honorable unia kramoni ni so question amount. Inti
yes. Honorable, nyame adomo a yechina bomode na kan ye ho na ye nko demonstration we ye walk na uni bia ye na ne say Chief Justice Atena Asem no so ache na ye onkyere ye road map na menye budi sa honorable ye madachi na fa ho no ye kremu
in your say or kasa
madam say lawyers no wo mu ni wo betia to petition akose case na to timogia na monye ye demonstration we say that you are stampeding the judiciary ye nya sir.
Honorable, salam alaikum. Na Ghana for na say yenta hu flags bebre. Ghana flag no yenta ye use nu bebre. Akwa ye MPP NDC flags nko na de bia ye hu. Nti e china ye nante peacefully. Na ya fly miniature flags kopem Attorney General on the the petition amano
okay
it doesn't work like that.
Honorable Mamenase, I think your point is well made. I was here a day in common AC, Meda Advocates for Christ, Repo Ase, Mada, the Coalition of Muslim Organizations, and so Rep Ase, and Honorable Sam George, and so Yadan Ase. Yami Adumochna, Yenina Ebeba, Nafe, the Ewohone, the Atwaso, Medase Papa, Yami Inshramo, Ainti, ye free, hey, Dr. Gideon Boakon et Nase. After this short break, Dr. Gideon Boakon is in our studios. Yebesha say Eddie Enkomo. Muma yente we mra ba e traso.
Ghana Fui Franco Esa the electrical appliances for Frabejaswo. Washing machines, Asian women, Yopo, CCTV cameras, any dog clear. I be you know that. Seba mobile phones, this are iPhones, Infinix, Nokia, Samsung, any dear keka, anyone says you na Franco. In our binya dear papa, ne water foam say Franco air conditioners, every 1.5, adequacy 2.5 horsepower, Samsung Franco TV, every 32, adequacy 85 inches. Franco, SSO tabletop. Double decker, any chest freezers, and chain in a mahoden cry. Franco Kwabena be a benwo. Name of head office, a wada braka. One in Roxy Cinema Nedian Friend 0246 422 338 in a 055 5939 311. Franco electrical appliances papa. Effie.
What it? My show with my homba. Papa told him, never so being scan. Now, only as coming here, Mama Missus and I come to Musa.
My way so fast on the no. Sikefia, Michani Busumi Biano, as so fast on no. Before my pet, you know, mobile memoir, and it's so be about my bassy. Maybe dinner, a year and fast.
I say, I bring me away my way insurance no. What do boost your name up Pabako ever sheso? Mistress of free Munquadia, ever call more. Now, one we hear my way insurance, no dear. Yebe call more abra, oh, quay dear crown crow. Ya dear anankwenshia ebubu agua wo ye wo hwea enye impo wakoda yare sabia ebro namienu se wadi 18 ekopin 59 a wo apomudin a wo betumi abeka my way abusia no fa phone ne dial *165# ewo MTN so se sia senye my way a ka say no way.
Hey, Amma, so with all the skill you have in dressmaking and soap making, wouldn't it be a good idea to run a full-time business?
Sure. In this economy with so many taxes, do you think this insensitive MPP government cares about your businesses? I better go. I don't want to be killed by taxes before my time.
You see the thing we are at top. Charlie, small bets we are chop. Like if you see the tax where government take put for the money top.
Kwame is right. I can't even send my mother money for her medical bills now. Because look, the e-levy alone not be easy.
Oh boy, buy some ride, make her take do Uber. Go see the tax way day for the pots there. It cost past the right serve. COVID levy all day inside.
Me, I'm not surprised that the liar who promised to move the nation from taxation to production has come due. Elections have consequences, so as for me, I've made up my mind to vote for GM and the NDCO because I trust them to keep their promise to exempt small and micro businesses from VAT, grant 2-year tax holidays for new businesses like mine, scrap e-levy, COVID levy, betting levy, and emissions levy to ease hardship. In fact, I can go to the bank with JM's word because he is trustworthy.
Charlie Kojo, your mind for deal. It is time for change.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and
Ecobank Mobile, they make me say, Ecobank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, download it. You go enjoy it. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even church tights with the Apple. Ecobank Apple.
Life is easy with the Ecobank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the Ecobank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with Ecobank. Can promise.
All 380 games are about to come alive on your mobile phone. Step into the Premier League with Showmax.
This is the league we want to watch.
No matter where you are, your favorite teams are just a tap away.
Here now is the big business that truly stirs the blood.
Sign up on the Premier League mobile plan on showmax.com. Create your account, download the Showmax app and stream the Premier League right on your mobile. It's your stadium on the move.
Chief, if the election is won at the polling station, why is the final result declared by the EC chairperson?
Very good question. Let me break it down for you. For the presidential election, the whole country is one constituency. We add up the results from all the polling stations before declaring the winner. First, signed pin sheets go to the constituency collation center. Then, results from all polling stations in that constituency are added up and the constituency winner is declared.
So when we finish voting at the polling station, the results are taken to the constituency.
The results are forwarded from the constituency to the regional collation center. The party agents and observers are all at these centers. The regional collation center adds up all constituency results and declares the regional winner.
This process is long, Papa.
Yeah, that's not all. This is serious business. Regional results come to the EC head office. Party agents, observers, any media for no woman monitor. The EC chairperson simply adds up all the results from all the 16 regions to get the presidential winner.
EC chairperson, she don't go fit declare any winner she want.
There is no way to declare a winner other than the person elected from the 40,000 polling stations. Everything is transparent.
Now MPs there no way.
That's straightforward. We collect the signed pink sheets from all the polling stations in that constituency and declare the winner right there at the constituency.
So if the party fails to properly collect their own pink sheets results,
no dear,
Walla. Blame yourself times 2.
Therefore, take note that all through this process, all political party agents and observers them did their feeling. Nobody they sleep. From the polling stations to the constituency collation centers to the regional collation centers and even the national collation center at the EC head office. All political party agents and observers them did their constant. Them open them eyes all they watch everything. Feeling. Nobody go fit steal this election inside. Look, even EC chairperson self no go fit steal this election inside. 2024 elections. It be Frenchim. It be clean. And with the hot time. No gululu.
I'm saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS.
Akufado, minya udeni, we boy. Baumia, minya udeni, we boy.
Hey, Mammy Jemfua, Ned Dena Mo and Yaji, we say.
Minia, some Kaya dear free SHS, I am mamma name Mao home. I mean, Hunia Minyampo, a Sandy and another Danko Akufado, and Dr. Baumia, Ayenti. So Kaya bra, Mikuna no Shayena a free muno.
Anne, Mekaipa,
Nani Dasuni Nasa. Some of them, Mammy and sending in Abaco school. Ekosiisen and another Danko Akufado, and Dr. Baumia, at the free SHS a buy. Sia, my mammy and son, coffee, Essie, and Nikojo, and in na Cosco, Cassia, Cassiani B. Minia, no one in the Yano Moeka. Almost a mobile, more than such a bebemo. A bimoso mobile mobile chum, a bimoso mobile, Bema, for any be at 2 years school fees in B.
Hey, almost some of your Majani be a mo. It is just a wine in here. No one can free. I'll pay some ya, a yen bino, a cinche. No more side of connection man, and the protocol in semi. A safe free SHS for pay I am by Koyo.
And nothing I was here by a woman didn't be a say. Yeah, free SHS home by. Na ya no man bamba say at the papa. Nanado any Dr. Baumia at their brain you.
And your free SHS for Yana Mamma and go for senior possible. Nan so say dear.
It is possible. I feel way. Yet so about the above free SHS home by. So Mama Dr. Baumia, number 1 on the ballot.
Today's contest is like Kingdom Filipino Fighter.
The stage is set, the atmosphere electric. These are the minds ready to engage in the ultimate battle where every second counts and every answer could make or break their dream.
You can contest with us, but you can never compete us.
For some, it's all about that one word.
The right.
This October, catch all the contests on Joy News, Joy Prime and Joy FM and follow the action across our social media platform. The 2024 National Science and Maths Quiz is produced by Primetime Limited and sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Goyle PLC and supported by Pepsodent, Lead for Ghana LBG, Junipay, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Better Malt, ALX, Kivo, Bell Beverages, Flora Tissues, Accra College of Medicine, Academic City University College, PMMC Jewelry, GTP, and YFM. The broadcast on Joy News is supported by NASCO, Vitamil, Virtual Security Africa, Ace Medical Insurance, Build Financial Technologies, DBS Roofing, Syntex Tanks, Family Health Medical School, Shopbox Technologies, Action Secondary Technical School.
Charlie, I the fear for this year's election. I hear say ECF print extra ballot papers for back.
You and your filler, where did you hear all these things from?
How does the EC print these ballot papers? Process na friction day.
My friends, what brings you here this time?
Today too, we get some questions about the election, so your man come again with another hearsay.
No problem at all. Let's sit outside.
We they wonder how them they print the ballot papers. I hear say EC they fit print some ballot papers secretly.
Let me break it down for you. Ghana is one of the few countries where the Electoral Commission prints ballot papers within the country.
For real? So how do you ensure it is fair and transparent?
Political party representatives, the police service, and the National Intelligence Bureau all observe the printing and packing of the ballot papers.
Now ballot papers swear. How can we be sure they are genuine?
Ballot paper BR a serial number. Any ballot paper without these official serial numbers are fake. Party agents record serial numbers for each region, district, constituency, and polling station.
It is how do we know?
In fact, there is 24-hour observation. From printing to armory to polling station, everything is closely monitored. At each station, we account for every ballot. I mean, total ballots, issued ballots, unused ballots, and even spoiled ballots. There is no room. Extra one, baby.
This one be serious work.
But that is how we ensure that the election is as transparent as pure water.
Now we know the truth.
Therefore, when the ballot papers are packaged, every political party has their seal on it. Look, the process is monitored all the way. It is Frenchim. Everybody make Iredo. Nobody they sleep at all. From Kankan to Kankan, 24/7. The EC they work. 2024 elections. No libilibi, no labalaba. It be Frenchim. It be clean. No kululu.
I'm saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS.
Akufado, minya udeni, uye bwe. Baumia, minya udeni, uye bwe.
Hey, Mami Jemfwa, ne dena ma wani aji area we say.
Minia, se me kaya dia free SHS aya mama ne me ma wo hu. Na me hu ne minya mpo. Esan dia na nado danko Akufado eno Dr. Baumia ayenti. Se wo kaya bra, me kuna no hwe yen nyina efri mu no.
Ane, me kai pa.
Na ni daso nyina sa. Se me de me mama ensa ne nyina be ko school. Ekosiise na nado danko Akufado ene Dr. Baumia edi free SHS ebaye. Se sia me mama ensa, Kofi, Esi, ene Kojo, eni na ko school akese ni bi. Minia, na wonim de ya no mo eka. Omo so omo ba omo de nsachoye bebe mo. Ebi mo se omo ba omo be twam. Ebi mo so omo ba omo be ma ofo ni bi atue school fees ni bi.
Hey, omo pese omo yomade ni bi mo. Enti se why na ntua? Na why nkwa ni free? Omo pese omo ya ye ni bi no. Esi nchen. No mo side omo connection man. Any protocol nsem yi. Esai free SHS papa ya yemba yi koyo.
Anu ti na wose aboya homodin bia say. Ye bebo free SHS ho ban. Na ya no ma mba mba say ade papa. Na nado ene Dr. Baumia ede abrayen yi o.
Anya free SHS for ya na mama ne nkofo say anya possible yi.
Nanso se say dear,
it is possible. Afiwe, ye two about the above free SHS ho ban. Two mama Dr. Baumia, #1 on the ballot.
Hello Ghana, your favorite radio stations are back on TuneIn. Joy FM, Love FM, Adum FM, Asempa FM, and Ensure FM. All your beloved multimedia group brands are now back on TuneIn. Wherever you are, we've got you covered. Yes, Joy FM, Love FM, Adum FM, Asempa FM, and Ensure FM are back on TuneIn. So tune in to the best of news, music, sport, and entertainment from Ghana's top stations anytime, anywhere on TuneIn. Go to the App Store or Google Play Store to download TuneIn and listen to Joy FM, Love FM, Adum FM, Asempa FM, or Ensure FM to stay connected and entertained.
Are you ready to turn your home ownership dreams into reality? The EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair is back, bigger and better, with everything you need under one roof. Whether you're looking to buy land, start construction, or find the perfect interior design, we've got you covered. This year's theme, Get a House, Make It a Home, focuses on helping you not only to secure a property, but create a space where memories are made. It's not just about walls and doors, it's about building a home that reflects your style, meets your needs, and gives you comfort. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a homeowner looking to upgrade, or a property developer, the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair is the place to be. Network with professionals, explore the latest technologies, and walk away with solutions tailored to your housing needs. Come with a dream, leave with a plan. The EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair is in partnership with EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and powered by the Plant City Extension Project from Cities and Habitat. Rent to own and sponsored by Elegant Homes, where quality meets value. Safety and home solutions. You think of a door, we have it. G&J Technical Services. G&J, the generator people. Deaf Tracker Woodlands, a master plan gated city. DPS Pipes, connecting you to life. Homeworld Building Supplies. Let's build together. Global Lighting, your solution to quality lighting. Superlock, you deserve the best. Everlast UPVC windows and doors, the right choice for windows and doors. Syntex Tank, Air Strong, Air Tough, Less Fortune Limited. Curtain Spot Peppy, luxuriously perfect. Build-free solar hybrid air conditions, superior cooling with energy. DBS Roofing Industry, your roof experts. Virtual security, complete security solution. Yoben Security Doors, protecting lives and properties. Clifton Homes, Beautiful Homes, Wise Investments, and Tino Solutions, the renewable energy experts. EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. Get a house, make it a home.
Anytime I feel lonely, feeling sad, only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Yeah. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa,
94.7 Asempa FM. Ekosiise dwumadie no asuguso a utie no. Ye na mo asene ma munyina kwaba emfa momra dwumadie. So midi di Osei Bonsu. It's a Monday evening, 10 more minutes to hit 6 p.m. Make us say Dr. Gideon Boakon Abekansa wo studio ha. As you all know, he's economic advisor to the vice president and also spokesperson to the vice president. No also sign a parliamentary candidate Emma NPP ewo Tano North constituency in the Ahafo region. Oh, so where Ahafo? In the Ahafo region, Sunyani Intia na confuse me. In the Ahafo region, Ududia on Quanta. Dia on Quanta na constituency capital, not district capital. Municipal. Oh, where municipality?
Yeah, constituency capital.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, Dia on Quanta is a decent town. Oh, yeah. Very decent town.
I say I'm paying
It's a very decent town. But Okon's Nesson.
Eso.
Communities near Besay.
I don't so.
About 100.
Yeah.
Hey.
But my zone a little over close to 30 communities. Just one zone or 5 zones.
Wow.
And you can imagine.
And your Juma
and municipal assemblies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also.
Wow.
Also.
Wow. And like in crossing in Kitwani a Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson. Oba na make an Oba me hose ababi a me fi bo ma zone ho na crossing a chassis between 20 to 25. Just one zone.
Wow.
And there are 5 more zones. A lot of crossing kakra.
Settler communities.
Yeah, a lot of settler communities. Basically Mampusi
for. Oh, okay.
And Dagati for so.
The hono me the cocoa ana.
Yeah, hono yeah cocoa basically. And offer tertiary adroba
yes.
side so tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
So and some parts of the Quantan so tomatoes and the canon so a more any cocoa.
Okay.
I say a more boma tanochrome so bompa. And then including Bamoya and Mopa now call young phone and in crasses so cocoa and banana. A could do so.
Oh, okay.
Could do our hobby bread. And now, of course, yes, how good. You'll go to large deposits into Newmont.
Yeah,
new project now. Newmont, I have
for mine.
Oh, okay. And a lot of economic activity.
Yeah. That's really interesting. I mean, one thing I stand out in the Bono Ahafo big towns, and they have very decent towns.
Very decent.
Yeah, very decent towns.
Decent towns. Far regions now. Duyankwanta, Bechim,
Wenchi, Techiman. I mean, yeah. I was really impressed.
Modest, decent.
Anyways, generally, more campaign or saying.
Oh, campaign but before then, so is a vice president.
Oh, sure.
Birthday,
61, right?
Yeah, 61. Or calling him kakra. Or best seven a term as president, now 69, got into 70. Now call retirement. I wish vice president a happy birthday. And him said, Yankopon because we're cranium. Na wamana hoden ene nimde ne akoma pa owo ede magana na yenyina nso yenya so emfa so enti ne campaign so nyame adom ekokama pa ye da Ghana fo nyina ase o share campaign no ne se ne Ghana fo ase asoni mu na ye gena baba na ye boa no ma ye ko animu a me gitum se Ghana fo ye drum rebia ye hu se da bi se ni papa e wo ha as a sebra simono ya mane kwan na ono nso odade nyankopon e de awurani mu odanadi e de kire omanfo anopa na me ka asembi na e ya de bi a osofo bi nso twe madwen si so e mu ba komienu bi within last week sanse baomia ye nipa and to say me no to him ye fa ho ne asori ayeko nkramodam ayeko na nanom de omoye ye ho won fom so ba ne nyina mu no Osheba omi adwumadi a wadi wo Ghana ha enkanka wo yamanu semu ebre a obaa mu na ode toto enoma ho a yenkasa di kanfo na di kan aba na o ma anya hwe nanso ba omi atima da suban bi adi ama na Ghana fo dudu na timi kasa wasesa no ma bebre wo yamanu semu Anopa the birthday yenya Franklin Kujo.
Yes.
Say money for we are critical of ruling governments, including MPP. But I know what trade BB I can say. Ota okwadu an way in America. Now Sheba Umia and it's all by political scene. And Sisaya and Namne so ama bapa bako and they say Kaneno na ya man yourself no aqua ye, why na no ya? Why no Timmy Topia kese? Why no Timmy Chan contumpo to me paso? Your mechanism propaganda no. They do baby cry na man your phone ya fa or man phone is a sebe or munia dream your ma kako your ma matches your ma biscuit near my crew a bassable to abamai. But frankly, could you cast and be said ever since about me? A buy political scene what changes our focus no men ka se bia ono kwa na ye nanso nipa gitum se ono dia ode beka ho ne se na osidi kwa animo no amaya twe adwena so se eye de nipa ebetumi aye ene ne modia ekita no ne se ye hwe so eto aba de ma no na mum anye kasatwetwie ne kontompo ne ntwato so sanse ba omi abe start here with the lectures now captivating or asema or kana twenkrofo adwen na twenkrofo adwen se issue based campaign so upe ba omi asemo umpe na asemo ojetumu pa se oka ho bi titiri ana ama enne campaign ayeye Ghana for assess politicians based on omonim dia ekita omo omadwene ekita omo dia omaye pen ene dia omoba omoso omo betumi ya nti watima sesa bibi ewe yem political landscape no afen so ohwe politician yanka na ban ewo power na oye vice president every chama Rollins so na ni fie ye kwato aba bia ade ba ko bi ba ye busa ho ase ka ho ase bebo incumbency abuse say party a owa ban mu no wo na candidate wo di animo no anoma bia wo ye ne anamo bia wo tu mine sika car petrol ne nkro ne ba na Ghana fo ahyase ekasa ana mo wa ban mu nti ana mo yuso mine sika mo yuso mine japade ana mo yuso mine car ana convoy kakraka ana mo say petrol every election year bia the language incumbency abuse no ebeye issue for the first time in the history of this country 2024 mentese journalist bi mentese Ghana ni bi anya any cause to complain about incumbency abuse and was high election year na why na mana basa sanka incumbency abuse bi baba so anka ya baomia esanse ono na owa abemo or your vice president or all the state apparatus ewo ne disposal but what decide is a debi wa mase o man na japade e wo ho a ensompo no eno no obefa ase no de aye no ma bia enfata kakra wo no betumi no ono ani de bottom anase de adofo de abdom no o de beyesa to the whole vice president oko primaries e wo MPP mo otebas everywhere many ba omia ne call everywhere he went to yetebas sa kwan no enye se die mpa was kakra ye be kwa koduru eno yesen say ya best sasika to talk cars akese na Land Cruiser na di akire na tentente na nkrofo complaining ye wie MPP internal primaries no so nkrofo oh Mr Vice President we dey e Ghana nyina election kasa we the bar see ko ba bia wo bebre wontimi ko was look SSSanis we fa so ye ade no and in this campaign Paumia the bars and a number bia very frugal very modest.
Now you've heard the accusations bars need the name for the optics na omotete V8 mu ediatri obedru chroma na oshe the sibet na bars
never at all. Look you better to pay inspectors am omadi ba omia campaign everywhere is in the bar. Look obi your core regions na bi unu say ba bi ho akwan na even in the north osemo bi entremu sa na yeko nso to you better ma akoye ntimi nko na ye de ko and Asempa FM ono so yes ano I reflected on the running mate Dr. Matopoku Prempenso eyusu I said 207 Kabi and then also nipa sesi pende kwa saka no me omoba me constituency and me nya akwan tra saka no nipa nsia pe ene kwa saka no na omuhyem omotrema aka de Japan na po ha omo nan nyina omo ntimi stretch ka ne musa ene omuhyem eti baomia atimi akire se nipa bi ewo Ghana ha omo betimi akoso a certain change ama ya free the status quo aye de ebe ma omanfo akoma ato moyem na ebe boa oman no so ye sika ne dem chechire ne bibia timakwa animo menyi ni say for his comfort so penny comfort pa anko be yusu baase no nanso ohunu say leadership is by example as so set example no na what say send ye ya ono na bra office akasaka primary school ne wale ne nkro ne ba enye sika mu na ye de ne to ye na wa mepe sika afa anye ne ho no so start free sabre enti nipa watima dan ho nso sa na nka ye hu bi wa Ghana abakosemu da eti watima introduce something new in our political landscape aye ho adwuma ama aye workable eye adwuma so obeye frugal campaign obeye very modest echo neighbor and then so nanka Ghana ni bi ato ni so per the constitutional limitations no your vice president adwuma kase bia shedani ho you are the beck and call of the president. The president beka say na wo ye nti mesreme kan wan kasa ye nua John Jinapo on the video bi atamanira mahama ho no ye spokesperson to say me ye ba o me spokesperson na ebusan say juma be pa na vice president mahama ya also president Mercy they focus on the economic management and na vice president mahama there by bi ho president intimi nko no asoma no say le kwa yiwe o hama me obi ye we de koma me eti enye say they all can know ka de gu apa but that was the work ye beto ye say vice president so mo ba adwuma na mo ya no na obi intimi shada na ne ho so say we vice president watima pie free soro aye no bi magana for associate many major developmental monumental projects with that vice president na hwe ba omia the same constitutional limitation definition and the scope of work a Wahoma vice president and no so wo but ne kind of what me transidini I say Baumia way or you different from all the other vice president. This is not to suggest say vice president di kaba no man yehwe say be me to make asasam but obi atnasidini yes yes yankofa nimdie mra yenya agenda 111 yenya mobile money interoperability yenya drones yenya one constituency one ambula yenya say ni nyina yes Baumia kro ya adwuma ni ho yankreti adwuma mama bunu wase me de nap kwaba 100,000 jobs however small the salary is it was good for some people eti utrase hunu say obi ananka yes vice president for mo hyetom no mo ntimi nka o mo kese ono ba mo no wa kire say na adwuma kase bi wo ho a omampani abedi a kire nso ebetumi aye wa cause a certain change in the office of the vice president ama sa change no a bit the status quo ama ye adwuma ama so abanfa so eti enega na for the right make say ba omia de ye kapa ope amampanifo abedi a kire aba no de wabon homodin pa dia anka ye beka say ba omia
but the critics ekase omampanyi bi eyi ne running mate or saintia or the power ne running mate in the say bia enne me pese me fa wo Gideon Boak so be me running mate minim say wo PhD in economics o you be a consa unim in the mefa based on that be boa me na me ntoto o mine sikasem ene ade it was a similar reason and anado e de fa ba omia and they say e ba say ye kan nioma ba omia e lead na wa ya and what say yes nioma 33 na was the top on that list should be wa be boa na do mo atoto o mine sikasem ye
say there yeke ye tutu sikasem ye eko wie sen wa wo show ya etusi o say ne
Ekosiisen
o tutu sikasem ye say o tutu ne ye na ye won krata so na dadam ana say wo ye ne den o tutu sikasem ye se ne be ya
Asempa FM
president ani so ade ho esi na ni so say ani bie for mobrowa for a omunya sika ntua mama school fees no ye benya sika de atua wantima antoto sikasem ne ya omampani wontimi nya sika ntua to wontimi nya free SHS enne Baumia ane na pound for moboaye ema ye toto o mine sikasem ye nti president anya sika e de atua free SHS amana koso se wototo o mine sikasem ya ena omampani ani so ade hunu esi na ni so be ma nyina mahoden kanea agina so wa bra endundum rough na emo nani anyina mahoden kanea na beduma sebe mpediasa ye de sika na eye sanse ye pesika ato afidie e de ama akosombo na sika ni ho a enye yi Ye pesika de atofa won apawa ye generators na sika ni ho a ye nya nyina mahoden kanea. Esense adwuma omampani de share ba omiane na pamfo so mototo ni yie. Ema sika wo ho nti na omampani akufado enya sika aboga na nyina mahoden kanea ho bra. Enne Ghana ni bia ni adwen bia won tim se opia ana abonten akwa no pa beba ne yedum ne kanea aye na esumu emfie nan ama no nso koso se wan toto oman sika semu yia sika ye de kra fan wo de ba Ghana kra no wonya bi ena omanfo de akwa adwuma na ye hu bi wo Ghana
Asempa FM
omampani dada Rollins penso Ghana for ye san line ne ye top petrol ene diesel e wo kruma Yura Mahama no mo penso NDC ya Mahama waso peso babio omo penso de sanlai eto petro e wo Ghana ha Akufado ba enfie wotwe enamo ntoto ye papa a adwuma o de she ba omiane na pamfo nso matoto na oman ni sika o mu se enso ye ho akohomabo nyina ade nanso de omampani de be ye enoma ehia ma Ghana for se Ghana ni bi nsori anopa enko gina ka kwa ho se wo peka every wager aba circle be ye adwuma na ka ni ho adenti ese petrol ni ho nti taxi driver se wonko petrol ni ho nti trotro driver se wonko no enne saa de no Ghana ni bia emfie wotwe ya president Kufu Dubai Ghana ni bia nkosa ho hia no muda eye o man no sikasem a yatoto ni yie nti na abanya sika still edekra maybe a chum sena meka mahama mo penso no ye sika nkra petrol tini ya sunlight eti enoma bebre na ban we atimaye se wan toto oman sikasem ya ontimi nya sika kra enyi akwan ewo mu se enye ekwan bi a wo Ghana ha na ye me ankasa me kro mu bomate pakwan ye ngu sukota saa na kwan bebre wo Ghana ha so ye ngu sukota nanso nkrata asam ne nkuntabu akwan ye hu nkuntabu a ye wo ho kire se ofa akwan yi wo Ghana ha the NDC for be ya na ye kwansi be se mpem 9 ne akire no Ekofo Dubai enne o de kudu be se mpem dumienu na aba be kan e kire se akwan ya Mahama no mu yi wo Ghana ha kra no mo kan se ye unprecedented no Ekofo Ado abo ho mo miensa se sika ni ho a ontimi nya saade no enti oman kikire na oman sika sema kra no ya kra ni yie sene be ya aban pesika de aye no ma bi ehia ma omanfo a wo benya bi kosi se abai benya saa sika ne de aye saa no ma no ontimi nkra de ne ye enti anya bibia aban de si na ne so na watimi aye de nanso ohwe na poso prekupe yesi yensi hospitals besa wo ha ene ya kire ebi nsi Ghana hada sika ni ho a ontimi nya saa de no ema ne nye teacher training allowance ne yatwam yakope sika yatua sika ni ho a ontimi nye nursing training allowance ontimi nya ma ne ye eti ne nyina akafu a kire se economy na ye ka economy eno ane de nipa de beye no ho na nipa de be bone bra ama akwa animu na ohwe sania aban esi atoto no ma na kire se economic problems ni nyina anko ye de na so dodo na no ene no bia ehia se aban hwe na wo ye no yetimi aye amana koye
dwadini na ode ne re share MPP mu no se MPP ena opposition ho so mo ye dwadifo adamfo oye na dwe so obetro aba ama na nado na wato eti a John Mahama no na onimbe bia CD to dollar no eda enne ni sika nyina ahye because of baby akwakodu ono no den na obeka chade na wo so nya rehemu ewo pa wo meyemu for example
denti ameka se wonya arehemu na make so fa cheme se amanyosem kakra ba ma sanse odi free Mahama na dia be wie ba ya ne akufado denti a esese sa Ghana ni twadini a meka ho wo ka ho wonya rehemu ewo akufado ne ba wo meyemu ne se wanya rehemu ewa Akufo-Addo ne ba omiam a te se benyamesom a yeso wan sum nyame hwan na wokosom no eye bronsam anyasa wan sum bronsam a hwan na wokosom no eye Nyankopon wo se nyame na no wo hye wo bose obema wo sika sa sika no emaaye ti wo jayako sum bronsam onim dia bronsam de bema wan kasa wani tua eti wo hwe senia president Akufo-Addo ane na ban ene ba omia etoto Ghana sikasam eye no kra sa cedi ene dollar no sania na ye de cedi dodo eto dollar 2017 enye sa kro ya na ye de to no ene
yes
enti ene ukita cedi dodo ansa na watima to
kra almost 17 cedis
eye no kra
2016 4 cedis
na neje ho nanso busa ho sɛ ohwɛ Ghana ani wiase sɛ ne normal esi ɛkɔɔyɛ na busa ho sɛ Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia ebra na omo wo hɔ a na saa ahokyere bi maaye corona ne Russia and Ukraine man no omotimi boy sika no ho bayana. The evidence is clear. So before 2020 sɛ na President Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia esi abɔsi di no ho bra no na ye dutwam a enye bi kura na nka bi abeka so de toto Mahama no mo de ho san so mbefa free baako no mo de kosi nai na ye mo ho enan enye sa ana enen so Akufo-Addo mafa free enan e de akosi dunsia eye mo ho enan na saa obia de kɔ mo ho nan obia de kɔ mo ho nan obi betima ya argument say enne IMF de abeto abontene say coronavirus na ebaye no eye the biggest global financial crisis aba so we the Great Depression of the 1930s free wa just say afi 1930 eba be si ne atorenche ma etisa aba wiase ama ahokyere aba no ebi ma ada e wo wiase enti Mahama no mo penso no na yenni ahokyere bi sa aba wiase enso omo de enan ne ka ho mo ho nan ne ka ho ana Akufo-Addo mo penso so omo de mo ho nan na aka ho nanso ohwe atorenche ma Akufo-Addo abai be hyiaye a wiase nyina agya tum se efri afe apem ahenkron aduasa sa atorenche ni bi ma wiase dana sebe opese o kana opokra beka se Akufo-Addo ene ye wo yaade esan se nya ho kyere ya bae ya aka bia enkoduru mo ho nan na Mahama no mo penso ya nya sa ho kyere kese na nso edi koduru ya enye o ka kyere me se 16 to the dollar ya meka kyere se oboa na nso se ofana de tutun sani ani na so de Mahama ne Akufo-Addo tutun sani na busa ho se susu ampa se ka Mahama penso ana Ghana fo hia sa atorenche mu na aka ye baye den eno so nya argument Ghana ni bia party the Ghana ni party de so wono okodwa so asan obi senya no eno ntima ye ma Ghana fo awrehemu se ka Mahama ene Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia nko ane ye hwe omo so ne MPP ne NDC ene ya to aba kire de obetima kra ye sika ma ye de a nka ne meka se adabraka fa wure hye Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia mu esan se wo mo no atorenche ma ebesi wiase ebinsi da 1930 besi ne eye over what 70 years and ase meboa ebinsi da ne nyina achi no hwe kwan o fa so to no ma ne nyina mu no cedi eye 16 to the dollar there nanso yen san line koto petrol Mahama penso na eye 4 so ne yen san line koto petrol ne nyina mu no dollar cedi eye 16 to the dollar there nanso yen na adum so mu emfie 9 Mahama penso na eye 4 enso na ye dadum so mu emfie 9 ne nyina mu no cedi eye 16 to the dollar there nanso yetimanya sika atua nkrofo school fees amomoko Mahama penso na eye 9 enso na wontimi ntua school fees ne nyina mu no cedi eye 16 to the dollar there nanso yetimatua nursing training allowance Mahama penso na eye 9 nanso wo twa mu ne nyina mu no cedi eye 16 to the dollar there nanso yetima restore teacher training allowance Mahama penso na eye 9 enso wantima ntua teacher training allowance ne nyina mu no cedi eye 16 to the dollar there nanso teacher ni bia akira de se wa akira de afe ba ko mfie miensa mfie num yetua ne ka Mahama penso no na eye 4 cedis to the dollar enso teacher for akira de 3 years na otua omuka bosoma miensa ne nyina mu no cedi eye 16 to the dollar nanso chalk and short ya Ghana schools mo Mahama penso na ye 4 to the dollar enso na ye nya chalk enti wo keka no matoto nsane ani a na wabusa ho sai so wo de Mahama gina ho na wo de Bawumia egina ho omumu hwan na apese wo de wo daachi ehye ne nsem no mumu hwan na obetima atoto no ma aye de sese wo ye edema eno nti na ye kase se Bawumia tima da no ho nso amani padodo free say oye the best vice president arguably ewo Ghana hadia penin force the worry kotopen oka so very cry yenyi ne chi ena sabio onya obeye nso ye ka kire de waye bi pe MPP wo ho ana NDC ho men kasa nipa e wa NDC mu ye abonsamfo da bi ana men kasa so ma NPP ana men nyina ha so nkase nipa bi e wa NPP mu bi aye soro abofo ni katebobafo bi wo yemu saa na wo kwa NDC mu so ankatebobafo katebonefo nso bi wo mu yemfa amanyoko ni mienu kra nto nchen na yemfa baomi engina ho na yemfa mahama engina ho na yensese saa mpanimfo yi mienu so omumu bia enya akwan anasa enya akwanya abeye omampani abedi akire e wo Ghana ha so ampa se Ghana fo ntrase na omo nsese se yesi amfo ana kire ne nto aso mahama beye omampani abedi akire no edie be pa na ebetimi dia susu no akari no ameja na hunu se oye se ene se ne se ne sa na eye amfo a esese kire ne nto aso so obetima ya adwuma na mana yi ne yefa ba omia so nyina nsane ani ne yenhwe adwuma ba omia so tumi kakra ye de ma no so mampani abedi akire no ode aye na so ode abo ni wurakufu ado amma Ghana fo nya so mfa so na ye musase se amfo ne kire ne nto aso se ne mpanifo kae ne dia na sam panifo mienu gina ha hwan pa na osusu se owo sa ahosuo ewo nimde ewo akoma pa ewo adwempa ewo nipa ho do ewo de wo betimi de Ghana akwanimu ama ba bia pese ko yakwa kudu.
But would you also agree say as ye de Nyoma Baumia etimi aye as vice president ye can edin the din ebata ho no even though he's part of a collective, but these are Nyoma or no a champion in much the same way, you know. So being switched now, I say, oh, when the Nyoma so are anko ye wa ban ye mono, and because he will play a very critical role as vice president, said the kind, you know, arguably the most successful vice president in the Fourth Republic, you know. Nyoma anko ye so no, and also yemfani in Simon. For example, the fight against illegal mining.
Why not, sir? You see. Baobiana nkasa waka. What's it look? Abaya metimi. Ayabusi abako. Bibi bia eko ye bia no. Okay.
Asempa FM.
Misi nchaya enye yi. Metimi kura ka kire wo se ade wo ye eko ye dia ye mea nkasa na na esimi na so anasa mea na mede bae. Pa chote me kire. Saa so na bibi anko yie wo aban mu anase enya anko yie e wo saa aban we mu bia so oyi ba omi afrima enyeji enti se bibi anko yie a oka ho bi na sabe mpanimfo ka asem bi se asem ka na meka ho se samoni nti ene ye chechedi anya sa eno so nti na aban bia ba na ya che obi adwuma wo ye ne nkro ne ba ekoyi a collective ya giato anko yie nso a esese agitum na emum ekoyi kura na ya giatum no ebi watimi ka se oh we dia Gideon wo mu dia na so we dia ni sa na wo ekoyi na wo nka ho ball no wa mobi e de se kotoko ne has akobo ball go nya ba players nyina agye o mani ba obi ani se nipa 11 na wo park ne so ayebo wa wo ti bench no ye ka trophy na also wo time ana wo win ye but one kasa one to na bi pa chote mechelas ena nkugu so ba so a se ne ye ka trophy etimi ka ye nyina ye ne gibom na mom edu ba bi ne echecha abodi a sika so wo de one to na bi sa na nkugu nso ba anase mmeryo bi ba ya kasa mu nyina na madi nkugu nanso edu ba bi a ne yetima sa asisim se we de na onyina park no so bi nanso we de na wogina so that is how it is enti vice president so na juma ne se ono so de na ho ode ne nim de ebeboa
Asempa FM
na Akufo-Addo eba ba mo no na owo ni vision a person de fight illegal mining galamsey sa vision ene na ho ode no ena baomia so tie na chi so mo betima ye no maye ni ye as to whether say sa vision ne ahode no etima achieve the expected results no me gidi yes Ghana for do na adwene mo no kosi say yensuo no eni ente ye no the fight against galamsey untimi nka say wa we na total but the fact say maye bibia kwakodru baby na ehon susuanso no enko wie sene nipa dodo epe no eso nkyere se menye bibi kra anase menye bibi papa bia president ayede na obetumi do we what do no ankasa ne presidency eto lie kyere se na owo opepa wona koma mu se yen hwema yen su se esan se
say ye shaman crofo sika mo pen sika binti ni ade ye say nsuo a nipa pempem na enom na de yare be breye de me Akufo-Addo me sin kete say me ko santokwa no say opani bi esisa nkete na eche the deep passion and the commitment our war so they be fight this idea. Now some penny force so sumupe na honam yembre and na bema be yebi wa meye ni nyina de Akufo-Addo aye akwa duru biara no esese obi nso timi toaso na obo ho bra na ye hwese ono nso betima ya na President Rollins be yebi President Kufuor be yebi galamsey se wa won enye nase President Mahama President Mills omo nyina aye omo de nanso still na ankowie baby ana Ghana for ehwe and President Akufo-Addo nso abeye di debi ana permit Roma asofobi o say as I say you who the fight against illegal mining and galamsey no say a national duty na enye political duty to the extent say your bema na your political responsibility political duty no we belittle every efforts at taming that. But you say mostly no politicians come up with that excuse when they know say they've been derelict in their responsibility.
I wouldn't say derelict.
And now I feel no more share blame with the citizens.
I say so
yes,
but Meka say now you will leader or what passion or pepper. So be fight together. Meka say one of them is Akufo-Addo.
Yeah, but that effort, am I in result?
That is the effort, no. Enyan the results are Ghana for the doing in Asia, and I'm a say the Ghana for Shanisan can be sorry. Exactly, and that is why I no deep concern and passion say. Yenu so ye Ghana for I fam Russia and some I jiren so mu ye too good ye say atabraka ye who say ye nipa because sabi previous you should know the consequences. What I say it is sabi you fan say politicians crazy you wani on fa ho a wa wo yard wo wi an so be na be no kan na ye kwa fo mu ye tu so ane ate haban na ye krakra no marantis na ye de ano but ye ne ye cause havoc. Whatever fight effort our President Akufo-Addo put to up no na free na komam. That is what I can say because I could see the passion. O share galam stop no take committee we no we yesi et we could see say papa no na owo pepa so be fight here there and we put to up a good fight just that in soon
results ne mai
in soon anything
ba wo share Ghana for revulsion near bufuo towards pictures that you from mining communities and I'm so for yenya protest mienu e won kran ha enko and say mo campaign and en ha the Baumia campaign.
Oh, ideally it shouldn't be because Sabio men kasa sensu na nintia a deliberate action by Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
And yet deliberate. Oka saw the subo Akufo-Addo na ka so washeda patriotic maintenance and our years and I said you pipe wa insu e fire pipe man Rebecca pipe one crown oni baby insu no craft free patriotic maintenance say me coffee na me bu pipe I don't know where the water is coming from it is so na menum no and no abi insu na me gidi say Akufo-Addo
yes
and no abi insu na me gidi say asofo ne ni park wa Ghana ha nyina ye no enti say ni papa no wa komapa so betu ho anamo no I'll give him that credit. But we a penny now we are dear na sunsun so ne nyanko wie baby ani papa se kodura we ya dan ya de so bo ne be de ebebo enti as a father of the state of the nation
yes
me gidi sa ogitum wa komapa mu se ono kra enye ono na ye ya mo fa so bo ne nyina nya de emome which he accepts but as to what I say about affect MPP campaign me nyini say it should be meaning the subtle attempt by some people, especially those in opposition, some a political issue. Ne yaka say, oh, NPP and Omanhene and fight galamsey to yanto abantium. They forget say Sabi Mahama or na galamsey so na yinsu no eninye. But I don't even want to.
It's a distraction in here say.
I don't even want to put the blame here or there. Enti enye politician be and now of course Sabi Diana bounce na be me ho duakro. Yenim sama na professor na J Kokana no galamsey. Also be mo kwa mama galamsey. In fact, President Akufo-Addo part of the reason Akufo-Addo cross so bu afu say and say time our President Akufo-Addo put to sterling fight against Galamsey. No, the same time, you had the opposition leader and elements in the NDC. Eko Galamsey size, promise almost say. Ekufuado na fight omo no mo de omo ba ba ma omo ba mo ye adwuma to the extent say President Mahama Kraka say ma omo nso so Ekufuado so na wono obeye president a obi a oye Galamsey ya chi na tumbia obeyi no amana samba fie omo jai kaneo enne President Mahama still ene NDC for ka kire obi oye Galamsey bia say omo ba omo besa mo ma ye adwuma it is all person punish Ekufuado for what you question as failure to fight Galamsey. Now what Twaba Ediama NDC make actually say na onye wadwene say fight Galamsey. Name politics and away. But I also know so there are genuine Ghanaians almost your concern say Munyamu MPP say na Munyamu NDC seven. A national call and necessary fight. Send a Roman soft one kind. And I appreciate those kind of calls. But one more person somebody your politics. Now Robbie Peter waha, no could pay Paul waha. Oh, can I say Akufo-Addo anyade at the same time one kasa political party and the main contender in the elections our person benefiting from the fights and the demonstrations and the calls against Galamsey now Mahama and Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman. These are the same people more call rounds catch Galamsey for say omo ba ombe to Galamsey. I mean Ghana for have the right to weigh some options in the why not indeed or you're committed to do that?
Yeah, but now, the statements from Mahama and the running mate, do you think there are enough statements to Obibesie say ebema or mine power and authority aye wono? So statement betimi ama you lose our power and authority to go after or more clearly or more committee and legality.
No, I cannot in any way. But rather no. So our statements now more is to gain a certain political advantage. It has nothing to do with the state power. And me sitting here, me who the reason why Obibe Timako Jina and Soso to Galamsey. Now police, any military, national security, and teaming you so almost speed boats and chases and microphone soon. I cannot understand that. But what I mentioned, I cannot understand that because so critical say. Yasu omoye na najo na sebe o obofo se wasua se na obesi atotaya wa bra wan form sa no ma no so obetu wa bra wasi eto omoye na najo no we can equally have security personnel who can work in the night but I have been told say enye se o magai so mo nchesi they are chasing them but say na no binum kwachi bi no obedu hono makroso nso no kɔ the other side eti omo act no so omo learn sophisticated ways omo nso efa so e dey get omo way around the security enti na make us a fight no we need to have a policy practical policy approach and I am happy sir Vice President Bawumia outlined some of the most prudent and practical policies and if he said
the omo manifesto
and one manifesto we make us say but
I mean, even aside that, no, because then the immediately more year no, and only the here to deal with this
I think so.
Big problem.
You see, let me tell you something. Maybe you're a conservationist, okay? So, me forestry, and you agree forest, I know a lot.
Yeah.
And now, I feel so. Yeah, MPP manifesto. Me na chair. The Committee on Mines and Natural Resources. To mean the opportunity and you know mining sector and a small scale mining. And the one more Galamsey baby interact here. You see, I didn't say one delay from the problem side. Solve. Let me give you some 3 or 4 strategies behind me feel say bit my boy. And these are enshrined in the MPP manifesto. Obi, DNT. And will be farm ration in some say only mining license, but obekwa too good because Galamsey that is the genesis of it. That is not the only form of Galamsey, but the beginning part and they say too good we bra only license to ye illegal mining. Yet ye kromboma, and na men na ko kusi me fanya mfato ho aka che me maame abrani mase se wokɔ apesika anka dua bi na esi wɔ n'achi omo nananom edi gold share ho nti gold was asase nim oka me maame aka atomitrim nti me pese me nyini ba no me nso me kotu sa gold no na mo kofi pɔmete ya me mpa me ho asɛm nti me se me kwaje aban krata be ma me to me say metima akwa pesika saa nka adua na chi e ma kotugo me apply say me pa ban krata afi ba ko efie mienu na me sanka license no afi Ghana so unize ade bia delay or public service brown envelope na chrony ba say sika no so meti akrase mini bi me meti ho afi ba ko mfie mienu na me twen se menya aban to me na makoye adwuma ne pepepe no me wa fa ase bi nso ate saa asem se gold ho wono wase wono de woni saa tam na de kwaje aban krata wa fa mra hye ne nsem akogina pesika a wotu fom ehwe so benya gold no obi ankoka ne hwe timito ho amese na me na magimi ana na me nkwaje aban krata da me nsanka na me wa fa ase keto awe kura no wa fa tumi ahye ne nsem akotu ade no ama wanya bi ene ya me nso me jai aban krata na me pe no na me so makogina na me kwa akotu bi. So if you want to deal with that problem, I cause galamsey now. Dear Nessa, as I say, we share the licensing regime for small scale miners. Says here at way. So a bit me crumble man. Now a small scale mining license, just a bank crime. And one went to Kwabena.
I won't put a better Kumasi, I think.
Oh, we are beside your bank crime, the minister office. And Sana cut and your sign. A could do ministry, Neda. If you be running Sankai. The Vice President Bawumia say, as I say, sister the licensing regime for small scale mining and making sure say from the licensing to the issuance of the license, the application to the issuance, as I say, a man ended our Minerals Commission office, or bra MCOM ministry. Now, be man and do a Minerals Commission office. Now, on person the Panabesa Afaka Bank, as I saw making sure say Minerals Commission our office in every mining district in this country. Eti nipa no opeso famra kwan so a on say sika bebre on say mre bebre on foka moka bebre ansa na nsaka. Then also in the licensing no as I saw making sure certain key stakeholders omo say see ayete we obi timi trankai on call Western Region da wasada on call Boasida on call sabe achirensu yada no watenkra ha no watimanya mining license 8 ko to gold e wa wasa menfi onimu ho onim said the wasem city etu ohene te ha obetia ne say yase panyini bi aba ha ode afidia bi so omo too good ohene be sorry na ne boafu krache ya sa asisu ha na abetu go na me license ni ohene kura nim kwan of fa so wonya license the Vice President Bawumia say in the licensing of small scale mining no you make sure say the traditional authority and the local authority no omo ye involved etu ohene bia open asase ye na on pese ye be say ne microphone so say nya wono na abɔ ne trim say ono nso oye complicit in the galamsey issue no na pese o fight ya obe sorry say ma ha ya ma license because so koso ko apply license wa pesika obe catch us say sa pesika asase na wo ka no eda kwasu nkyɛn pɛ ya ma won kotu gold ho na wo de asɛ kwasu ohene no be sorry atia at the licensing point but say sia no ye man crofon license wa bra ahemfo na e wo fam no omunim omuto na obi di license abasabe ono na akonkran ana akonya abai krata sa politician bi tanachi sa wasofo bi tanachi sa police bi tanachi ekro sabi ekra se hene osuro oye de ko challenge ni pa no na oye part of the process of the licensing at the district level at that level no oba yesa wo license akotu gold wa pesika no obeka cho se nso be pesika etiye fama then you deal with that problem at that level. Then number 2 nipa dodo na eye small scale mining enkanka one more amamenka so one mo ye galamsey because small scale mining proper one it's not a menace. Galamsey is a menace. Omo mo ye galamsey dodo na no omo say nso ni titiri no omo ye foreigners. Now,
no, you have empirical data to that.
Didn't basa and say Ghana hayamrano, oh, you're foreigner, untimi nya small scale mining license.
Sure.
I just a Ghana phone call. Now, Ghana, you know, what just small scale mining license. Only sika, or dibe too good, no. Only waka dear. Into the bayan so bet tongue their ma China ni. Now, a ton license no their ma Indian. It will know your Ghana ni no aquaji license. Now a ton the amount will be sense when Nisika. Or told the match China in our Genesika or no China ni on Fahobio. China ni now oko too good now what free Ghana hon. And your Ghana ha no free. On Yanisika on Fantana. It is a woko too good no. Now our discharges sign out any mercury and corner Guyen Sumu. Now was saying Sua. He has very little concern about the future of this country. Pacho Tremechinasa. Eti and no eka ho baby. And now Crawford say yes no. Eti ba omi akasa look. We need to have a change. Now you're making sure say be provided some financing for Ghana for genuinely. On person some small scale man. You know what say? You set up the Minerals Development Fund. Enti the Minerals Bank. Eti we are Ghana ni na wanya license up so to gold. Na wunya sika bank ne be ma sika. The moment bank bia be hu say there's a proven reserve.
Asempa
say gold wo ha no sa asase no it becomes bankable. Because when they say they are called benya gold. Na bank na ma sika. Na a reduce anasa a kettle Ghana for omoton mining license e de ma foreigners almost say yensu. Then they toss me no. Galamsey, me call Galamsey size in the development of the manifesto ni policies. Ade ba kwa mu yes synonymous to illegal mining. Haphazard digging. On it seal sudden nasi gold wa ha. Oma dwene mu say yes gold. We don't quite me kanche or say ya kanche. Ya hu say gold wa ha. Say wo ho say ni ho. No akogina ho. Esa say onim baby pot ya gold ni wonti. Otutu ade no rough. Na wa say no ma wo nya bi. Na say why disappointed. No say na da jeni sika. No say akosi be fufro. Na wotutu no say no akosi ha. No tutu eti small scale some illegal mining. The long and short the summary of it. Haphazard digging. Omo nim se gold no kra wo ho. E no mo tutu no rough. E no mo say no. It is ensuo mu. E na nadwene mpo ba ya ne say. Obi se ensuo we mu gold wo ma na akogina mu na wotu. Wa bra wo nim kra say gold wo ensuo nim. Ti ba wo me akase look. As I say a scientific way through a proper policy to deal with that problem. Now scientific way na say. Your geological survey department of Ghana. Your universities are more mine, UMAT, ne KUS ne Crawford. A buy and certificate to. So $50 million. Young find geological mapping of all the country maybe if it's a good will be. Now you're establishing to her say. Aha go do ho, aha go do no ho, aha go do ho, aha go do no ho, aha go do ho, aha go do ho. Ye wia. Ba o me ase ba bia ye be prove sa ye wo gold reserves e wo ho. Ah ye be demarcate say ye mfanya small scale mining. E be ye 100% Ghanaian owned foreign e bia mam. Enti say ye ko wasa manfia. Na say this 300 acre of land and a geological survey who say go do ho. Wow, person we small scale mining piano. A hona ye de woko. Say, obi sorry na ope small scale mining license. Ono no wachire obi baby a ope license no. Oso obi me permit dia no watepa. Me permit dia no wasa. Me permit dia no wakropon. Sa abaye geological service. Na ye hu say hana godo. Enya wo na abekire aban say small scale mining license na open. Ope watepa. Anaso ope odua nkwanta. Nemo who apply for small scale mining license ewa wasa Amanfi district na Minerals Commission any local assembly and nananoma ewa ho say aka kire say ye hade baabi abaye twa to ho say ye mfanya small scale mining license no eye asase we okay beyond that parcel of land no untimi nya small scale mining license obabia eti you concentrate all the small scale mining people in the district at one place. Pacho te mention us. Udo mu nyina akogu fa kwa. Wo de 2 acres, wo de 1 acre, wo de 4 acres, wo de say. So wo ye na wo ye ni yie na afa mra kwan so na akrakra wachi wo siese asase no na se wo awie ho na wo sa pefofra na aban consider adwuma wa ye na yasama bia kan wo anya ni yie a ye pre qualify wo e ma wo nya bi. Udo mu nyina akogu fa kwa. To say free zones enclave. No mu nyina ye adwuma wo ho a they themselves become watchmen of themselves. It's say, me no nyina na yama asase wa one enclave or ye small scale mining. Me famra kwan so aye ne kama. Wo say no nipa di konkonsa. Omba ko di hu konkonsa. E de akira ban panifo. Say nipa so mesi onye na dwuma yi. E ma monitoring and supervision aye simple. It is a galam stop for anyone na be sorry say e pese e koye monitor Minerals Commissioner. Omuni say ye ko ha. Hana small scale mining for nyinawo. Wa obeko any other land beyond that demarcated area no. Why encroach? Na wo encroach asase so ye chill na ye do famra kwan so. Etuba hu say ye benya proper iron and supervision. E was a small scale mining license no so. E ma obi ankonkoye de wo pe. E na ensan asase na ye de ama no.
abaya hwehwe mu akyerɛ sɛ ampa gold no wɔ hɔ no ohia so obetu akɔ 1 kilometer ansa na wanya gold no kakra na ɛde ama no obenya de wonya afiri hɔ. So you deal with that problem with policy, and that is exactly what Baumia is talking about. The atosu bi ona me di wie no ye nua na omotu gold sesia small scale for ne nkroneba aya na eya omotu gold na sika omunya afiri mu no it's just about 40%. They aka ni nyina asaka asase dem esa so omonni mfidie mpa ombetim di ahoro ade ne ye na omanya gold ndodo na omo
Asempa FM.
Eti Baumia kase say yetimi ye geological survey na ya de small scale mining for nyina obi a amanfi central nipa besa 100 ana 200 ya do mu nyina akogu faako omo ye adwuma a ya sori ne yakɔ ha monitoring supervision ya kama omo ankasa so ne yonko benya ne obetima aka omo ho a na ya si their friend common user gold processing machine e de ama omo esa so mu nyina wo faako ntino omo tu ade na omo de akɔfa saa machine no ma processing say omo do omo kantan ne omo sabe means na omo ye ne ya de omo nya free mu ya just about 40% pe aban to me providing machine the more ma de bo to say de kwa aban betima to say so eno abetua no hoka na wo de aba ho wo be process na wo nya 90% ka ne wa na ayan ka be nya 40% to say aban the machine aba na wo process na wo nya 90% na aban ka say ye fa mu 20% na ya ma 70% ho na mpesa de we to bo say eno abetima atua no hoka na asaya boa amasika bomu nsam ntam eti sabe asase bese nan a kakane no nipa ne de ne manual means beye na obenya bese bi a $10,000 no ebi ogina asase ba ko personal esa asaya banya boa no ne yedi mfidi abanti obetima anya asase ka no kra ama na broso emma asase ka ni bre bebrebe no so enkoso na wa regulate ade no so ama na yeye ena afen so ye ka asase no matter what so wo de se kan twa wo now your palm no said then it doesn't matter how experienced the surgeon is no we are there kucha be there ebeba ho sana asase no what the excavator can now we yes no matter how disciplined you are you the shape be say asase no esese wo kura no tin ye kind of reclamation na mpempi no de wasaya de no osaka se won no ansa nya opepa enkura no wa abram wa bia mfi babi ma na onwinwi no no watwetwe no ho nti yesa aban so timi provide some support to be at the boama ye reclamation no na ye fa bed ni nyina ento wo to ade no so nti ba omi ase we have to set up a fund I be kind of reclamation fund na sa fund na banya photo bi nto ho na ye meet wo omo ye gold no ho adwuma na halfway sani e be ya sa reclamation na ye ka no e be ya shared responsibility between the government and the person na onu wo to gold no na yetimi akrakra asase no na forestry fonso abam no ma yo mo forestry through modified tonja system and the kaka ho na timako it will be utim say clearly devastation ya cause de ya cause crofo cause awie we need to find a way to reverse the situation but going forward no SSC enya practical policy direction, practical policy backed by a political will and commitment. Say you did about addresses. But the political will and commitment, you know, and it will bring me to my next question. In steps now, there was nothing on what we can do to restore the state of your river bodies, at least in the short to medium term. River bodies, they are very critical. Nothing specific on that. Number two, when you put the policy together on paper, it sounds so good to the ear. Yes, you can connect the ultimately there is policy coherence. But as I will lift it from paper, I could implement it on the ground. That is where the problem. Because then, when I speak to Energy Minerals Commission boss, he will take you through some of the measures to ensure say illegal mine and then but that is the result we have. And because the menace a bit more nuanced because of the level of interest you mentioned political will. How can anybody be sure say the vice president who is part of this administration would all of a sudden have political will when he becomes president to deal with this humongous problem?
Yeah, the first point I'll care about So sooner assess.
Yes.
How do we deal with it? And an American, the last point I will share a manifesto my measures to deal with galamsey.
Yes.
The last point, is security. Okay. So you can't mention, but I think I mentioned it latently without making it stand alone as a policy. So I cannot see why. So Ghana need be to my sorry still. I could deny so. So we're too good. You were police, you were military, you were national security, whatever. Now, it's hard in your course. Okay, the response you get is that galam stop, and I give it to the police and the security. I know said they are doing a fantastic job, of course. Yes, so I know be no more. And now said we be military, or police they are not necessarily politicians, although they are employed by a politician. Except that I am tempted to believe, galamsey for no, and also ways to outwit them. And that aspect of ensuring security, it is something that we have to do 24/7 because say president deploy all the military every 100 meters so river it will take some time for the water to travel and sana which is not a day's job. I don't think 1 week or you grab it and so to be so because it flows faster. It will still take some time. And between now and December, it may delay, but it means say you're starting term. What you say? You're starting ya. Meaning say be your match starting. Results no MI. Send ya a one lag effect. I was say you're starting 10 years 2 side and 1 more. Now you're making sure say now no be put na yada. Hence na yada. Henceforth, ye ma crime will be and conso be a so to good. And your mom conso no son kwakeko. Me the money ko hu bi o baby. Me call ransom. Obi so too good about 500 meters away. And so or discharge ekogunsu. And na osan atwe so free enso no mu no de akọ. Eye garbage in garbage out. Owi anu asan discharge. In the first place, me hu ya na me raho say ntisusu ampa say wo ye nipa amoja ewo wo mu a. Why should you do this? But sikani brenti oye. Adia bema anante na jusumu akoshia ababa wano. Nobody knows. Sana sikani be mankrofo ya no ma bebre. Into no sikani brenti oye. From security agencies and policy implementation parties, so as I say, yeah, they to crack down on those people. And I will say about our fight. That is how I see it. Policy never yeah juma, but the aspect say in fighting the thing. One more idea juma na show mo sana mesra me kan sabe wo ya Ghana ni na bia wo ya police ni wo ya soldier ni bia wo duty. And as we Juma at the responsibility as was as I want to galamsey site, eco fight here, ya ma patriotism and wisdom. And you say be obi edidi. But a do be so as council to me Tony Pageant. Patriot mentioned and to be a nipa na wa fakra say, it to be to me for be so more by. No one turning up on one or sababi. Those tendencies are there, and those human limitations and so on. That is why I know you just said the whole fight it becomes nuance. But from a buying side, Mecca said, as I say, you should proper policy address issues, and I made Kaka was and all the policies I mentioned, and yet no my horse see and what I say, that's a sign of my way to more yada. I didn't tell I am fighting. These are fresh ideas, through the wisdom of the vice president. Stakeholder engagement, Ghana for galamsey mo, Ghana for league proper mining, and large scale for small scale for trance. Ama ya hunu say you call this router. Good results, and I know.
But those ideas now say good ideas, The vice president is still vice president at least for the next 60 to 70 days.
61 days or
this
61 years.
I guess it's 1 day near Twaba. By the time I'm handing over all the Nina or share more than 60 days, he will still be vice president. And Mijidi said, in his heart of heart, or be person a boss, and another be successful. And another success includes a win on the fight against galamsey. The other ideas we on farm one is here.
Let me say, sir. President Akufo-Addo vision. And now Yedi Bumayo.
Yes.
And as our vision also no they are normal be free SHS, yeah, some can you say Galam stop, any other. That is a vision the president had within the 8 years. 7.4 cars say Rome was not built in a day.
Yes.
And a president being Hobetima bar ideas we are seeing now, Hobetima implementing in fear what it's the president vision and ya pursue and ya support and achieve a certain results in some areas fantastic, some areas moderate, other areas we better like as a hardie it doesn't also mean say as I say we are see ideas in Asante but we also new ideas or deba na e bi ne can wasem in fact some of them they have even started if I will be only Minerals Commission ayisikasa Oma start here, so many offices in the district.
Yes, and no Oma started.
Now, so Oma BB offices in the Untini fiti prekope and create mining offices, Minerals Commission offices in each mining district prekope. And some of them they have started. The other aspect that has to do with licensing regime now, you person end our Minerals Commission. Parliament and Asheshe. Until I was say you started to one among the call parliament. You make his amendment because minister was signed those licenses on behalf of the president. The president to me was CD through the minister. We have to get another regulation, more law for the Munim and Umbisiaka. I bet me a minister no quiet, no so transfers our authority no at the Minerals Commission. That's how they near country I am for any local authority for us above. It a policy, it may need some transition period to become fully operational. It is just a fresh idea about me idea. Within the last 2-3 months, we try to say, oh, but even if we do it, we may not get maturity before the end of the period. And to say the other issue about machines, they process good, no. Also, True Minerals Income and Investment Fund, MIF, or Mashas talk gold catcher machines. At their moment, and also a buyer started. Gold catcher machines. I think now they bought about 100. There's plan to buy more for more proper small scale mining. Send a buy on bit more process gold, no, not on so some of them, government has started. Idea no mantem man starting them to shut down the effect properly the way you want to see it when we have full implementation.
The final question would be, sir, because illegal mining is an existential threat for us as a people. You speak for the vice president. Is he in support of calls by several stakeholders? Say we should ban all forms of small-scale mining. CCR. Na yen cleaning and stables and the interest you be sign Ababaka or supported a call from TUC say organized labor rather say let yem ban BBR for now.
Oh, I mean, no opportunity any vice president yes, I will want come up person, but I know deep within his heart he supports the call for responsible mining. Okay, and he will never countenance illegal mining. Me feel say anamoa yenuanom bebre to be a demonstration which is a constitutional right which is fine except that to send your time a demonstration will be able to for say making sure say you are within the confines of the law. Now uncle say will be at the end of the corner but when there are excesses you beka ho asem and you can my yenuanom mfa say e bia de omo ye no and obi mp and of course so your demonstration now you tailored towards illegal mining let it be so and that's how your demonstration tailored towards illegal mining no afa bro ya ho we crackers now what to pay back for now what to pay baba o me and I say all the score political cheap political advantage but so one more genuine concern crowd within the group you put all of them at risk and we have to do that the vice president Baumia feel sir idea bia ye beye a bit promote responsible mining now dealing with the illegal aspect of it he supports it and he wants to support it as to whether say there can be an asset there should be a state of emergency on mining in Ghana. I don't know so much about the legal framework because menye law and now yani layman yati state of emergency I say ya the case say all the mention say has security implications has this it has that I don't know the details of if president calls for state of emergency now on mining, what does it entail?
Yeah, but the president has the power to do.
What does it mean? So I'm not well educated on that, so I'm unable to state a position on that. But the mechanism is said, if there's a reason, an urgent, reason for data, na say on mining nyina fi say enobe boaye. Now in the wisdom of the president and the custodians of the law of this country, we want the good for the country. Everybody will support it. Unless otherwise, there's also a particular reason why calling for state of emergency may not be the best in the interest of the best way out. And I don't want to just pass judgment on things that I am limited in terms of knowledge. I don't just want to talk like that. But the person I focus on is for instance, I think in 2022, and they passed a law for the mining in forest reserves or whatever. To get up to say, so don't go there to mine. There's somebody who also want to activate the other side of it. It is by law. If you want to change it, you have to go to.
But President Ajia Tumuse obey repeal it.
Exactly.
Does Baumia support a repeal? If I am manifesto news and can be repeal and I know man touch it on.
I don't think I've seen anything like that.
Okay.
But President, follow. So if the president comes out today, and I'm sure, before the president will take any such decision, definitely be informing the cabinet. And once he informs cabinet, the vice president is in cabinet. So I don't think that is an issue. I think, genuinely, everybody has the same concern towards the problem. Association, I'm a crowd, and I think, a few people didn't understand me or they misunderstood me, and I said, I was saying, all forms of water pollution should be considered because I say Galamsey Diana Abano, a better opportunity you dealing with all other forms of water pollution because all the water pollution in this country is anthropogenic, caused by human activities. Odo River, Kole Lagoon, they are polluted no matter what. You can say we don't drink it, but the consequences of that kind of pollution also affect some other people. It is about time. Galamsey ne pollution of river bodies are no. You be widen scope so. Now you include other areas. Now making sure we have to conscientize ourselves and educate ourselves as Ghanaians. Just as we don't have the right to pollute Tanone or Prano, we don't have the right to pollute or and the Kole Lagoon. So we can have a society. I want Timua. Ali so ba yare kra na yemfa ne say true proper ba yare bi ho anya wo Ghana ha eni kwansan ko bi anya sa yem but because of your environment enya papanti and you exposed to all those kinds of pathogens ne bacteria cause sa yare de brand. I think there's a genuine call on the hearts of Ghanaians. Enna ebinom so pese omo fabro nya ho we crackers politicians be so taking advantage. I mean person obia hu ne say the problem of illegal mining or galamsey and a whole concomitant effect on us. Say you're too political, we may not get the results. So we have to look at it from a nationalistic perspective and see how best we address internal manager Catholic Bishop Nasam my young who say a manyokobi failure because as far as some money fee galamsey you can't once and feel wrong is time about the and it keeps on worsening and worsening and worsening over time. It means to say you're in a political game. Na yan can't assemble in totality because I cannot for a second understand why Obetima blame me a Kufuado. So on fighting Galamsey and I said Baumia so on fighting Galamsey. Now on the flip side of the coin, the main or political opponent taking advantage of that. Yeah, doom Jano Hano. No, so what the other side. How do you address the problem? Who do know ha na political opponent? Mahamane na Jane so ejina baby sojano. Ube wieno na jano so asanso. So we should be bold enough to criticize Akufo-Addo, but also condemn President Mahama any NDC for no so omuna machire kache Galamsey for no say ye ba ye be momatu. Na ye ne sadia dia ko obi beka bian ontie It will not help Ghana in any way.
Doc, yemre no aso. The final question is against all the odds. Elections no boss obetime wini.
Oh, me wo gidie mapa. Enye me nkwamakoma so gidie amesai wo. Ewo Yesu Kristo ne Nyankopon amesom. Se bawo me a. Obi. O akomapa. Ena wa kire subaya di apa no ho akidi amagana. Ye pe present day politician Brantia. Pa me aba mu. Enkrofo krai a moka edi huru no. Ono onfa no ho kwahye bibia mu na asem bia aba no pe no asem. Boko ye na dwuma on de wo hwa ne se odi nimdie nyansa adwempa ebeboa na ho kire se yaba o se yenye one ambulance ene se yaba o se yakofa drumra ene o launch citizens app ene we yaba o se yenye mobile money interoperability ene we yaba o so yemfa agenda 111 mra ene adwuma ne ho se yemfa nap komra Baumia has been a problem solver. Tin was it to lead is to solve. Me gidi ye pass e wo musa me ne ye adwuma nti I may be biased. But I'm saying this from the depth of my heart. Sir Ghana for ne me be ya adwene. Na ya say ye jaya manyo sembe bra e say e didi etimu say no ma to nchen. Na ye pe nipa
Asempa
FM. Ti say ye bre so. Nyame pese ye ma ye ho kwan. Na wo boa ye e ma de be di Ghana anim na wo boa Ghana e ma Ghana timi peja. Ye consider Bawumia.
Even when Nyame asofo bi se nyame yi a kire won se Baumia intimi wini no.
Obi. Ame fancy o. Se nyame asofo se no one who yakokane bebre. Asofo corona. I know say our God changeth not.
Yes.
And our God is a true God.
Yes.
What he says to you, he will say the same thing to me. On the same matter. Enti to na obi ahye commanded nama. Na we so ahye commanded. Say commission ye ba ko pede anka bi e be kan say. I never for once in the Bible, from Genesis to Malachi, from Matthew to Revelation, whereby nyame ka asem kire ni D4 baako na o ka asem foforo e want the corona house to kire another prophet. I have never seen in the Bible. I stand to be corrected. I've been a student of the gospel before, and I'm still a student of the gospel. I've been a young evangelist before. I know the Bible true. I know the prophetic ministry, and I know the gift of discernment. When I see prophecies that are not from God,
you see,
with my carnal mind and the knowledge in the Bible, I can see. Because Jesus Christ gave us a sign. I said, by their fruits,
you shall know them. Doc Medase, Yabesi Edin Komobio, we wish you well. Ekosiisen On Asempa FM, Moma Yentiewe, and then we wrap up.